Chapter 1, Beneath the Veil of Hypocrisy. Oh no. I was the last one to take the elevator back up. Okay. Ooh. That Tozyman mentioned something about dorm rooms. We've cleaned up the crime scene and prepared a dorm room for each of you. That was not his voice. The only layer to fit that description was this hallway. And the other students are already in their rooms. Oh.
Stop sneezing so damn loud!
Grace, okay. Cassidy. I'm in front of Cassidy! Oh my god. I really don't like Cassidy. Before even thinking about resting my eyes, I should search this place for anything dangerous. Okay. Look at the calendar. Be a man. Oh, it is a man. Is that T-Luke? What the fuck? What the hell? Am I being messed with? It's pretty sexy, I'll admit. But it's also not oh my god, confirmed gay? These books weren't books at all. They were prompting me to resemble. I don't even get reading material? Okay. Anything else? What is this? There's a camera. What the fuck? I can't jork it in here! As I grumbled to myself, I tried to lock the door.
Eh?
Yeah, don't tell me.
Damn it.
Damn it, the lock is broken. Did one of those masked people do this? Those assholes. I grabbed one of the tiers in the room and jammed it under the door handle. Hopefully whoever decides to kill first will go after one of the more naive students. Maybe the makeup girl? She seems like an easy... That's kind of fucked up, Damon. What the hell's wrong with you? There's no way they'll be caught by the police. At least, not before some of us are already dead. That stupid lawyer had no idea what he was talking about. It's only a matter of time until something happens. Only a matter of time. Okay, you're so positive, Damon. Wow. Wow, you're so positive, Damon. Okay. What the fuck is this? Oh.
Welcome to the inner world, my star benefactor.
Hey, why are you so small?
Now, restless as you may be, don't move an inch. The show shall start.
What about Romo?
Maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm getting the last second jitters.
Oh, okay, Tozu.
Alas, the best things in life come later rather than sooner. After all, the chicken tends to enjoy the anticipation more than the final product.
What? Okay, I don't know what that means.
You, yes, you are the chicken.
Okay.
Perhaps I should switch career paths.
No. Bye. Okay.
Hello, my amicable student friend.
Hey, what's up,
It is
Tozu?
now 8 a.m. I trust you all had a good sleep?
Why is this so loud in this bitch?
Of course you didn't. You were just rudely interrupted by our very first morning announcement.
Okay.
Yes, this will be a reoccurring feature of the killing game.
Oh.
Best get used to it.
I would slip through it, to be honest. So, ooh. All of a sudden, from the other side of my door. Who's knocking on my door? Police, open up! We know you're harboring a fugitive breakdancer. Come out with your hands up when your shoelace is untied. Oh, this is a pro gamer, girl. I'm not in the mood to come out. Leave me alone. Looks like we'll have to do this the hard way. I heard her draw in a deep breath and then... Inazuma? Or Genshin? What? Oh my god. What do you want, Cassie? Don't tell me she's the one I am spending the most time with. Oh my god. John told me to find everyone. He was also to me in the dining hall looking place. I wouldn't want to get on John's bad side. He looks mad intimidating, you know? I want to check something. Wrong thing. No, there's nothing. Okay, well. Honestly, it's kind of crazy how I hate Cassidy more than Kaito though. Because Kaito in V3 is, where am I going? Where's the dining hall? Am I going the right way? Is there a map? Lucius was observing the janitor closet curiously.
Take note of this.
I see, so the janitor closet has been locked. Okay. I guess there's something in there we aren't supposed to see. That would be the most reasonable conclusion. Of course, now we're left with an obvious question. What exactly was inside the janitor's closet? I could probably spend all day trying to figure it out. For all I know, the dummy's being stored in there. Is your calendar also themed? Oh, yeah, around horses! Horses? It's all photos of a girl horseback riding in different places. Beautiful places, too. Oh.
Yeah.
Mine's also got horses.
Oh,
really?
Huh?
What's the problem? Nothing, it's just funny. Because the girls I've spoken to all say their calendars have the horse girl. But the girls also say theirs have a male celebrity. Except you. Right. So Damon just embarrassed himself. Okay. Upon entering the room, I instantly felt the disapproving gazes of the other Ultimates. They were clearly still bitter about what happened yesterday. Alright everyone, listen up. I got some exciting news to share. Last night, I decided to leave my dorm and do some exploring. I investigated every part of this academy, with the exception of your room's match.
You think?
You don't seem tired after doing that. It's something I'm not used to. Said this was the first oddity, so you must have found a second.
That's right.
Not just found, explored.
Oh, really?
Hey, there I was in the room with the big tree, searching for an escape route, searching for every nook and cranny. When I noticed one of the shutter doors was open. Today we will explore together. The tree's a bit of a hike to reach, but we can leave now. We can. His words were interrupted by an unexpected series of high-pitched beeps. Hey, did everyone's watches make a high-pitched noise? So, what was that little ding for? We looked at each other with puzzled expressions, then cautiously activated our watches. Hello? Who was Grace? Am I looking at a map? This is the one I like. Sure enough, each watch had been fitted with an interactable map. Was this some kind of automated update? Ooh, is this place Jean's acting? Is this the place Jean's acting? Fucking hell! I'm just gonna skip. God damn it! She pointed to a region on the map which resembled the building with the tree. All 5 shutter doors were outlined, and behind one of them appears to be a large multi-roomed area. Odd choice of name though, Alpha Sanctuary. Do we know if it's really 8 AM? A few clocks around here have been used as sabotage. Maybe they're going to try and mess with their sleep schedules. No, they haven't seemed accurate. My internal clock is pretty strong, and I did stay away for most of last night. But let's circle back to the actual topic at hand. Our new area of interest. For all we know, the people running this operation might have planned something dangerous. Are we able to trust those two? He pointed to Ava and I. Are you trying to keep us out of the investigation? That seems awfully suspicious. I'm only being mindful of my peers. Forcing to put up with a threatening person or thing would be morally dishonest. And on the subject of dishonesty, let's clear up it was not me sowing discourse last night. Isn't that right, Ava? Trying to crush your spirits during such a vulnerable moment. And how could anyone forget his input? The man could have at least kept his opinions to himself. Clearly, neither of these two have their best interests at heart. It's true, having the ultimate liar run during an investigation would make some people here uncomfortable.
Oi!
More than that, she'll probably just use her skeevy talent to try and mess with our heads. I would certainly be happy if she and Demi remained here. Perhaps someone else could stay and keep an eye on them. I think it's okay if Ava and Demi come along.
Hold on.
You aren't aware of them, is Venetia? Ooh. Just because they have different opinions doesn't mean they're bad people. They clearly want the same thing as the rest of us, right? They want to go home. So I think it's okay if we give them a chance. It's kind of like that thing they say in court. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty, right? Yeah, if we could use our talent to figure out the mysteries. Lies and mysteries seem at least tangentially related, don't they? I suppose it's not a huge deal, so long as they don't interfere. I have no intention of doing so. If you want to take precautions, we could investigate in small groups. That way everyone can keep tabs on each other. Sounds like a great idea, let's go! Oh my god. Why is the shutter closed? I was sure I left it open. The pirate pressed both his hands against the shutter door and attempted to keep it open only with his strength. So this was all for nothing. I could try kicking it down, but that'll surely get me a sap. Or worse, catch the attention of... I've been upstaged! Me too. It seems the pirate went ahead and told everyone about the shutter door. Vagabond, attention seeker! As the host, I'm supposed to be the one who introduces your areas. Now, anything I say will seem like an afterthought. Oh well, I should look on the bright side. There are still 2 very important pieces of information that none of you know about.
Oh, really?
First of all, I see I've noticed the new mapping feature. Well done for being on the ball. As a token of appreciation, allow me to introduce its sister feature.
Show must go on.
The rules and regulations. Any self-respecting game needs them after all. 1. All students or unwilling participants of the killing game must live at Eden's Garden Academy until the headmaster grants them release. Students are not allowed to vandalize any official killing game property, such as the cameras and the Tozu trinkets. Exceptions may apply. What do you mean exceptions may apply, huh? Students are prohibited from harming Tozu or Mara. Students will not be harmed if they obey the rules of... Students will not be harmed if they obey the rules and regulations. Okay? Any student who is responsible for another student's death is considered blackened, and all other students are considered spotless. Once a student is killed, a class trial will begin shortly thereafter. Participation is mandatory for all surviving students. At the end of the class trial, a vote will take place to determine who is the blackened. All killing game participants will have 1 vote. If the majority vote goes towards a blackened student, then they alone will be executed. and the killing game will continue for all remaining students. If the majority's vote goes towards a spotless student, then all spotless students will be executed, and the remaining black one will be granted release. The students who violate the rules and regulations will be punished accordingly. New rules may be added at any time and will come into effect immediately. Now for the second more exciting news. You see, a very interesting secret is lurking beyond this door. A secret which could spell the difference between life and death. The difference between life and death? What do you mean by that? Nope, not telling. If you're curious to know more about the secret, you'll have to find it yourself. By the way, the sooner you'll find it, the better. I'm itching for some exciting developments. Slow burn works better as a form of medieval torture than a writing style, if you ask me.
That was very...
As someone who studies deranged people for a living, you've outdone many of them.
Ooh, me?
Truly, why thank you.
Moving on.
Anyway, I'll be off now. After thoughts like me can't take up too much screen time. Have fun, everyone. Be sure to regularly check your toast strings for new updates. It must mean the stupid watches we're wearing.
Whatever.
Talk about an ugly name. I'm sick to watch.
Hey.
Hey, what about the other thing he said? Apparently there's an important secret behind the shutter door. Does this mean another treasure hunt?
Yep.
Woohoo, count me in. Did you even listen to that goat guy? He said the secret could be the difference between life and death. That's not something to run headfirst into. He probably just said that to spook us. We don't even know what this secret is. Which is why we should exercise caution. If it's enough to make that Tozuman excited, I can't be good news.
Right.
Exactly. For all we know, he could have planted a bomb or something. This goal is a toy with us, so we should assume everything within the killing game exists for that reason. It is simply a tool to manipulate us. Unfortunately, it is also where resistance against the killing game can begin. Suddenly, as if in direct response to Wolfgang's declaration, the thing opened up. Hey, look, the door opens. Check it out. This matches what we saw on the map. Is this the sanctuary? Aye, according to the map. As for whether or not this place is true to its name, well, it's probably better I just show you inside. Is it really a good idea to approach that door? Sure. You want to investigate? Did he just say we should resist the killing game?
Trust in the process.
It's not the act of investigating that matters, but our reason for investigating. Our resistance against the killing game begins when we refuse Tozu's bait. So long as we expel his secret from our minds, exploring should become at no cost to our safety. Oh, this doesn't look sketchy at all. Everyone here? Alright. You wrap both hands tightly around the handle. He's just gonna open it, okay. And heaved up the door with a grunt. Immediately the rest of us crowded around to get a glimpse inside. What the fuck is this? What the hell? Is this a pharmacy?
Oi.
Oh, it is a pharmacy! Meh? Doesn't first aid defeat the point of a killing game? That's assuming people will use this pharmacy for good. You mean? No wonder John was so secretive. Who knows what kind of dangerous drugs are lurking inside?
Hell no!
Then we should stay clear of this place, right? And it's like what Wolfgang said earlier. All we're doing is investigating our surroundings. If everyone's on the same page with this pharmacy, it'll be easier to notice if something goes missing. This door doesn't come with a lock, and the shutter's probably being operated by Tozu and his lady friend.
Hold on.
Do you really think one of us would steal something dangerous from the pharmacy? I hope not, but better be safe than sorry. In any case, let's ignore this secret nonsense and focus on exploring the pharmacy. How about we turn the enter here in an RA? We can share our findings then. Remember guys, make sure to send alert for anything dangerous. If I catch one of you trying to pocket something suspicious, you're dead. Word choice, Miss Madison. With cautious yet determined expressions, the students entered the newly opened pharmacy. Given evident unrestricted access to medication sounded like a disaster in the making. But having already evoked the group's eye after speaking my mind before, I wasn't about to make the same mistake twice. I'll just stay quiet, let them do their thing. After all, the less people are looking for that very interesting secret, the better my chances are of finding it. Oh, is this a fucking shop? What the heck? Okay, well, let me go back. Well, let's start from right to, what the fuck is this? Pachinko machine. Definitely had a place for a pharmacy. God damn, this bitch scared me. Hey, Tozu. But what about this fragrance? It's on the tip of my tongue. You know a lot of words, right, Ulysses? Tell me what you think. I can't. Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting you? No, I mean, I literally can't smell the perfume. Do you have a cold or something?
Actually...
No, I just can't smell. It's a condition I was born with. Basically, my body doesn't produce enough hormones. The genes which causes also interfere with parts of my brain that involve in processing smells.
And so on and so
resulting in the inability to smell. Oh, sorry to hear that.
According to my
It's not a big deal. I can still recognize the scent if you describe it to me. Ow. Whenever I'm reading a book, I'll record any description of a scent I come across. Currently, there's over 1,000 entries in my notebook. Damn, bitch, the fuck? How does he find the time for that? I don't know. He's, you know, I feel like a little autistic, but you know what? Me too. So, where am I going to? Oh, there's a kitchen in this bitch. Cleaning supplies. Oh! Oh my god, there's another door. Oh my god. It would be a lot nicer if they added more sweetness, like with cough serum from kids.
Come again.
That was irrelevant. Were you listening to me? Well, listening in. I just overheard you talking. I don't think this conversation. Okay, well, thanks, Eloise. So, hey, Winona. I don't know. Why do you not have a last name? That's concerns me. This really is a death game. It's a squalid. Squalid? The fuck is okay. Take a look at this. On the wall behind her. Oh, okay. Sure. It might not even be solvable for us. For all we know, this could be fucking hell. No one look at me. I'm fucking stumbling. For all we know, this could just be for the people running this place. Are these profiles of us? Oh my god. I can finally look them. I'm 18? Oh. Sure enough, there was an entire profile written about me. May 8th, height 5'9", short ass bitch. I'm kidding. I'm only like an inch taller than him. Wait. 145. Damn, you're heavier than me, and I'm taller. Likes, studies. Spring season. Dislikes, oxymorons. Swimming. Okay, interesting. Don't you think you're 14? You look like you're 9. Now, what was the reason for that, Jet? What? What? Okay. That's like hella rude, but you know, sure. I was right about you, Wolfgang. Excuse me.
Soybean.
22. Oh my god. I thought he was younger. It's extremely important that we avoid looking at these profiles. I've only looked on my own so far. I need you all to do the same. I don't know. This all just seems really sudden.
Get a grip.
Why are you once freaking out over an assumption? There's no proof these profiles will change.
Hold on.
It definitely feels too personal to be not be deliberate. It's definitely some sort of ploy. So we should probably follow Ava's advice. Everyone, as much as it pays me to cause further division, we can't afford to be complacent with anything the ultimate liar says. Oh my god. I've done nothing but be honest for the entire time I've been here. I'm just trying to stop a murder from happening. Besides, you're the one who lost control during the stupid mock trial. Wait, that's not what I... Alright, I'm putting an end to this. You say you've been nothing but honest, correct?
Correct.
Yes, that's what I've said.
Shocking.
Funny. I found something that suggests otherwise. What do you mean? While the rest of you are panicking and slinging insults at each other,
Can't keep me down.
I take the pleasure of reading everyone's profiles. What?
Not okay.
Curly man! Trust me, you'll be glad I did. Why don't y'all take a look at Ava's profile?
Are
Wait.
you for real?
Hey, we really shouldn't.
Whatever you say.
Ava's profile. Alright, give me a... Grace, you just causing problems for no fucking reason, girl.
Whoa.
Hey!
Just like my
Oh, I sent a plot twist. That's... Hey, I'm picking two. Wait, don't... In a matter of seconds, the room was lit up again by holographic light.
Ew.
Are you for real right now? What does this mean? At the top of his profile written bolded letters. Ultimate girl. Ultimate math... Girl... That's... Okay. You know what? Yeah. Grace, me too. The ultimate liar... Cassidy, are you following what the fuck we're oh my god. Why would you lie about something like this? I'd understand you discussing a dangerous talent with a normal one, but the other way around? Doesn't make any sense. Well, Ava, what do you have to say for yourself? Oh, bye. Why would you pull a stunt like that after being kidnapped? Why would you pull it at all? I mean, she was the only one that felt the same way I did. The only one I thought I could trust. Okay, bitch. My somewhat wakefulness continued for some time until... Who the fuck is trying to get in my room? Which one's Desmond? Oh! Actually, let me go look at these real quick. Oh my god. John 20. Yes! I can say more! I want to suck his dick so bad. Oh my fucking god! Anyways, July 9th, 6 foot. Oh my goodness. June 10th, 19. Likes revolutions. Concerning Kai. He's 18! Yes! I can simp over him! He's so cute. Anyways, likes exploitation films, ARGs, dislikes Pop-Tart. Oh, fuck you. Okay. Oh, fuck you. Pop-Tarts are the bomb. Hello? This is valuable information. Even if you did go about obtaining it the wrong way. Next time you're worried about something, consult me first. You're so suspicious. Okay. My place even packs new lithium batteries. I'm starting to think these kidnappers are fans. New lithium batteries. Not only do they generate electricity on their own, they're super lightweight to the boost. How do you know this? If there's really no way out of this end. Shot not the mathlete. Shot not. Oh. Hey Ava, what up? Wanna be bunk buddies? We can't just leave her alone at night. Like Wolfgang said, it's not safe. You look so depressed. Poor Ava. Anyway, how should we determine the rest of the pairs?
Idea.
As the one who suggested the idea, I say we just pick our buddies ourselves. Allow me to answer that question. The chance to sell the seeds of love is just within reach. Oh right, she's the ultimate. Oh god. I trust your instincts, Toshiko, but this might not be the place of the full romance. I keep fucking up everyone's voices. There's so many people. If the women want to remain here at the dorms, I'll redirect them into the dining hall. I figured you step up. Always acting so chivalrous. Fucking hell. That's my secret. I'm psychic. Okay, Sayaka, calm down. Desmond agreed to partner with Kai. Fuck! Why not with Just! I'm with Jean. Leaving with the pirate man. You wish to challenge me? Oh wait, no, I'm not so. Oh, I thought I was with him. Damn. Fate paired us together, broski. My name is Mark. If those guys are together and Desmond won this match, then that leaves me with yes! Hey, it's not John, but I'll take it! He's so pathetic. In a cute way. Okay. What does his room look like? Is it also pink, like his hair? Oh. You know, not what I expected.
See where you're standing? That's your side of the room. This side is mine.
Okay.
If you step over the tape, you'll be in my territory.
I don't know about fuck Kai. Just as I was about to open the door, I noticed it. 2 envelopes had been slid underneath the gap at the bottom. It looked like our names were written on them. Who are these people? Should I know these people? That looks like Cassidy's mom and Wolfgang. Well, actually, that just looks like Cassidy and Wolfgang. Beneath a sheep's skin hides a wolfish mind. This makes me more wary of Wolfgang! Everyone, I advise you to be careful with these envelopes. By the looks of it, they all contain secrets about this. The one Jetta had was luckily just a joke, but some of these could be far more sinister. Just a joke? How disrespectful! Hey Tozu, where'd you come from? Ta-da! Very first official murder motive! Applause, applause! Did you say murder motive? No. Edward's worst secrets? The one we just heard about was some wacky elementary school hijinks. Well, some of you are so uninteresting that there were simply no material to work with. Okay, that's that's crazy, Tozu. That fucking shot to Toshiko was crazy. So please be on your best behavior. Tozu, away! I like to imagine he the ceiling opened up and he was tied to something and it's just pulled up. Anyways, yeah, that's right. We can make it through this. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't do Diana like that. I actually like her. Well, I may not be able to see Tozu. He should be able to see me, which means his camera. Yes, his camera is how I can communicate. I grabbed a sticky note and pen from the desk and scribbled a message. To Tozu. I have a question about the murder motive. Let's meet in the boiler room at 8:10 p.m. tonight. If I'm right and Tozu can see the security camera's footage, he'll meet me tonight. At least I hope he finds me. At least I hope he affords me that courtesy. Goddamn. Did they seriously pull these from a stock image site and forget to room with the watermark? The photos in his room have watermarks. That's kind of funny.
Holy!
Huh? Why are you here? Is it nighttime already? Crap, why am I here? I decided this morning that I was done bunking with this guy. So why the hell making it? Guess him! Cheerio! Whoa.
Why the long face?
Why? Yeah, what he said. I want to know why you decided to give Wolfgang's blackmail to me.
I see.
Why, you got Wolfgang's blackmail? Oh, that's easy. It was decided by a round of dart throwing. Mara, put your names on a board and some darts. Your dart just so happened to land on Wolfgang's name, so you got his blackmail.
Seriously?
Are you serious right now?
Me?
We're hoping for something more traumatic. Well, how did you even find this information? Toshiko's black one's something like she did as a little kid. That's really specific. And whose fault is that, What? We aren't mind readers here. We only know this information because you lot couldn't shut your mouth. You couldn't keep your mouth shut. Then, what about the content of Wolfgang's blackmail? Give me a refresher. I forgot what we wrote for that one.
Right.
It says, like father, like son, beneath the sheepskin hides the wolfish mind.
I
Oh,
see.
right. So you want to know what that means?
Twist.
Obviously, I won't tell you.
I know.
I'm not asking you to tell me. I just want to hit decode it. Think of it as a reward for my efforts. I went on my way to arrange this meeting, you know. I use a noggin of yours, will you?
Huh?
Just over like the principal pair. Persomony, my friend. The likeliest answer is usually the most obvious. Okay, let me where? I don't know where the doors are.
Oi!
Ah, damn it! Could you go any faster? I can't stand to be with her any longer. Huh? Was that Grace? I'm trying to go as fast as I can, Grace. I just have a lot of stuff. Ugh, what the hell? I could see you guys from inside my room. What are you doing?
What?
Ulysses is swapping rooms with Grace. He's mucking with me now.
Yes.
I think this change will be better for the both of us. It's a win-win situation. We're both getting something good out of this. Wolfgang and I are punk buddies. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, hey, Tozu. What's up? With you? I'm broke. Can you give me some money? This might be sudden, but I really need to show you something. I promise this will be worth your time.
Look at this.
Come on, can you just come with me? What did you want to tell me so badly? I don't know, just go with her. This is what I wanted to show you. She pulled out a familiar envelope and handed it to me. With his weapon at hand, Desmond guards the only one he trusts. Okay. This blackmail shows that Desmond has a bunch of dangerous weapons at his disposal. Which one's Desmond? Oh, it's him, okay. Did you make any headway on that poster in the pharmacy? The poster with Tozu on it. Yeah, have you figured out what it means?
No.
Well, not really. Boris was screaming at Eloise, who stood cowering in the corner. I said head it over! I've already ruled out the rest of you, don't try to stop me!
Seriously?
What? You know whose blackmail we have? Hey, not everyone's but most people's. There's Toshiko's and Maka's Ingrid's.
Fail.
That doesn't sound like most people. It's okay, I've got it. Eloise reached inside her pocket and pulled out a crumpled envelope. Grace immediately snatched it out of her hands and ripped it open. You'd better not have shown this to anyone! Grace stomped straight into the kitchen. She tore the envelope and the photo it contained to shreds, and then flushed everything down the sink. The entrance door flung open and an energetic voice broke out. Oh no! Sorry, I thought it was Tozu. I was like, oh, it's Tozu. No, it's fucking Cassidy. What's with the bag? Nothing much, just, you know. She went to run to the bag and pulled out a cartridge. Bitch, is that Super Smash Brothers? Would I know? Is that Core Kenshin? Don't worry about the technical stuff. What we haven't already stepped into these duffel bags, Mark's gonna help us set up. We're just forcing Mark to do this. Either way, we're gonna need an even number of people attending this thing, so you gotta bring a partner if you want to join. When's it happening, though? Tomorrow! Okay, what time? That we haven't figured out. What about in the morning? Huh?
You see?
When I was training my talent, I did most of my studying at 9 AM. The brain is most active and ready to absorb information around that time.
So...
I think this effect could help our video game skills. I'm not sure if I'll have time for it. Say, I'm gonna be a little busy tomorrow. Did you strike a deal with Celadala?
Hey.
Yeah, cool, right? Oh my god, he's like, oh my god. I'm fine, everything's good. Do you need something? How should I put this? How are you? I realize everyone's been acting tense around you and Ava, so I wanted to say hi and check that you're okay. I'm fine.
No worries.
Yeah, that's good. But one thing. Yeah. It wasn't pretty down in the dumps lately, and I feel really bad. Has she told you anything? Because you two seem close, and she hasn't opened up to me yet. I was hoping to get a better read on her feelings, you know? It's a bit awkward seeing her so solemn and not being able to say anything. No, she hasn't mentioned anything to me. Oh, okay. Well, in any case, if you really need someone to talk to, just come find me, alright? Sweet dreams! That was weird. Come on, you've got to come to the tournament! He's being oddly persistent about this. Fine, I'll go. But in return,
Simple.
I get to share the bed. The bed? Oh, she drove a hard bargain.
Whatever.
Alright, deal. Just don't do anything weird, okay? I'm
I
eating
had a
candy.
peculiar dream last night.
I did too.
There I was in physics class, trying to create a thermometer out of a banana and a
Wait,
stick.
what are we talking about? Your friend, the boat. Okay.
Like how if you use this stick as a fuse, you can make a makeshift explosive.
Sure.
Needless to say,
What the-
my logical fallacies were made apparent the moment I woke up.
Oh.
But that won't stop me.
It should. With an impatient licking Kai in my peripheral, I began to slowly get up. Can't you move any faster? I would just wait for you in the dining hall. I'm already done getting changed anyway. Plus, watching you is starting to feel weird. I went up and gachapon in the pharmacy a couple days ago. It's some niche gaming console, I think. I told Tozy about it before using the gachapon. Didn't want to gamble for something which didn't exist. After a few days, he got fed up and confirmed that multiple consoles were up for grabs. Since I wasn't planning to take part in the tournament, I just took it with me. Playing a game on my own is more my style. Even though it can be considered a classic, lots of people in the gaming sphere will judge you if you say you don't. Judge you if you say you like it.
So hackneyed.
Contrarians, a lot of them. They just don't want to admit that quadruple roll-click attack originated from an indie title. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, and the upper kangaroo punch. And the downward spiral attack. And the slinker special attack. And that's shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Mark was leaned over his equipment, fiddling with a what's his ultimate? I forget. Ultimate music producer. Okay. It's so loud in here. Can somebody turn down the music? No dice. If those ears aren't ringing like a fire alarm, or you can call it a that's called tinnitus, Jet, actually. And it's something I suffer from, so fuck you.
Soybean.
No, you call it. Well. Thank you, Grace. You're such. I like Grace. But sometimes I hate her. She's like Mew, but worse. Before we start, Mark wants me to pass a message on to you guys. As much as I don't want to be here, I've agreed to provide my services under two conditions. 1, I maintain full say over what music I play. And 2, no one can discuss my songs or my musical abilities in any way, shape, or form. But I was just complimenting him. Yes, that excludes compliments. Okay. Am I actually fighting? What's happening? Oh no, I'm not. Oh my god. My two husbands. On the same screen. Just when I thought I was advancing on Kai, it caught me in the trap.
Too slow.
It tended with my slip-ups. The music took on a more frantic tone. Damn it, there's only one move which could save me now. Taking a deep breath, I steadied my grip on the controller and pushed both joysticks as hard as I could. All of a sudden, the world around me turned pitch black. Are we in a blackout? What, a blackout right now? Hovering there, casting your faint glow. The hologram from the trinket. Oh. I ran over to the corner of the room and knelt beside the vent. Bringing my ear to the grates, I listened for a certain noise. The humming. It stopped. Ava, quick, come here and take a listen. Why do you need Ava? Do you remember when I said I woke up on an underground floor? Ava was with me. The two of us woke up in a boiler room, which also happens to be on the other side of this vent. If you press your ear up to this vent, like I just did, there's no way you wouldn't hear it. I see the problem. If there's no sound, the generator must be turned off. So it's kaput? How are we gonna get power back now? Well, there is one thing we could try. Apart from the boiler room, the underground floor also had 4 storage closets. I remember one of them containing something that looked a lot like a generator. Do you want to go down to the dark? Shouldn't we just wait for Toza to turn the power back on? No, I have a bad feeling about this. I think we should turn on the power as soon as possible instead of waiting for Toza to do it. But what if we get lost in the dark?
Take a breather.
Let's just form a daisy chain with our arms. There's no way we'll lose each other then, eh? It's so creepy down here. There's 4 rooms, right? Who's checking what again? Well, since this is a group of 8, we should explore in pairs. Okay, if that's what we're really doing. Kai shot me a nervous glance and I knew then and there he made his decision. Fine. Still I'm stuck with the math, am I? Maybe if we find the generator, we can use that real talent for once. My pairwork and math competitions have literally 0 overlap. Come on, Jet, let's investigate the closet opposite of theirs. For the 2 in the front, Mark and I will take the left. Damn it, Kai, you're to the right. Then isn't like Kai any attention of turning first. Whatever, I'll open the door. Great. Am I actually have to repair this shit? What am I doing? Kinda give the closet a quick rundown. Something as large as a generator would have set out even in the dark, but we couldn't find anything of the sort. What's the plan now? Do we just, like, go back outside?
No.
I want to see what Grace and Eva are doing next door. As Kai shoveled up behind me, I turned across the handle of the door and... Suddenly, frantic footsteps echoed from the hallway outside. Did another group make a discovery? Right went past us, though. There's no one here. Are the others still searching your closets? If they found something, I don't know why they'd run off without telling us first.
Oh.
If it was one of them, we should have heard a door opening. Maybe we should peek inside one of the closets. Just to make sure, you know. Hello, Damon. My attention was concentrated entirely on that place. Those footsteps sound like they came from the boiler room. Hold on, I don't... Jay, what are you doing? His words were barely comprehensible. I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't even blink. All my brain could register was the tightening in my chest. Suddenly, my legs began moving forward. Oh no, someone's dead. Be Winona! I'm kidding, no. It's like my body was possessed. Under control of saying something completely ambivalent to reason. My heart was puppeting my every move. It brought me to the door, told my hands to turn the knob. And then I was inside. I'm fucking... Don't be someone I like, kind of like.
No!
Dude, you're simply freaking me out. This isn't okay, you know? Why did you come in here? Come on, say something already. I couldn't make out anything in the dark. The boiler room seemed completely still and completely silent. Just like it had been the previous time I was there. Except, unlike last time, this silence wasn't the peaceful silence of a long abandoned place. Rather, it felt like the entire world was holding its breath. Damn it, why can't you just say something? Why can't somebody just...
Game over, man! Game over!
Okay, shush. Why can't someone just fix this blackout? Well, right on cue. Huh? All of a sudden, light appeared. A single ray of light in the back of the room, projected by a vent on the wall. It was too dim to completely stuff out the darkness, but it was still enough. Enough for me to see what was lying on my feet. Oh my god, God. It's gonna be Eloise. Who is it? Is that Wolfgang? Okay. Oh. Okay. Wolfgang Akire lurched over the boiler room platform, completely still, completely silent. Oh my god. The ultimate lawyer, unmistakably dead. Oh, that's not who I was expecting to be dead. Okay, Kai, yeah. Kai's stream rang loud and clear in my ears. What the fuck is that? Is that a taser? What am I supposed to do?
A body has been discovered. All students must proceed to the boiler room on the underground floor immediately. Time will be allotted for all participants to investigate the murder. And afterwards, the real class trial will begin.
Oh,
Good luck,
great.
everybody.
Oh, shit!
This can't be for real. There's no way. There's no... Oh, there's just... Oh, bye, Kai. And what did this mean for his blackmail? Like brother like son, beneath a sheepskin hides a wolfish mind. Well, guess we'll never fucking know. Okay. Damon! Are you okay? I heard the announcement and... Is that Wolfgang? Yes, it is. Well, Kai was right. Oh. The tournament attendees burst through the door, tailed by a stumbling Kai. Are we 100% sure he's dead? I don't see any wounds. Maybe he's still breathing.
Morning.
Oh no, he's very much dead. Where'd you come from? This has gotta be an accident, right? Why'd you ask? Well, if the death wasn't intentional, it could be treated like manslaughter or something. And not need a trial.
Rubbish.
Intentional or not, the killer's hands are still dirty with blood, no? As far as I'm concerned, murder is murder. But it be third-degree murder and manslaughter or anything in between. Besides, if Wolfgang's death was indeed an accident, and the killer bore no ill intent, don't you find it rather strange they haven't come forward and confessed? Then tell us! Tell us who did this! Me tell you the killer. Where's the fun in the mystery? You already know the answer to. I look at my lips sealed, thank you very much. Blur. I know, Eloise. I thought you were dead, to be honest, Eloise, so ooh. But Wolfgang, he was so nice to everyone. No, the fact he wasn't on Toshiko. Why would someone... I would tell you, girl. Shh. Okay, that's enough. Toshiko, calm down. I know Wolfgang's dead, but stop. Well, if it is any consolation, I have a gift prepared. Gift! Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Every time I have to do this voice, it just takes all the seriousness out of it. This is different from the first tablet we got. No, I'm confident you're holding the same brand of tablets. Look, the shape and size are identical. I mean, why is there information missing from this tablet? When we investigated the dummy's murder, the tablet explicitly said she died from blood loss. But this tablet, it doesn't list Wolfgang's cause of death anywhere.
Rubbish.
Of course! Saying otherwise wouldn't make things too easy. You see, the tablet's information has been divulged in such a way that both the killer and the spotless have equal chance of success. Fuck this, who cares?
Crazy!
I'm not investigating shit. Get me out of this.
Don't look at me.
I don't want to be here. I don't want to keep looking at him.
No, just no.
You have to mean say anything. I'm touching a dead body. One by one, multiple students made their way to the door. It was then that she finally spoke.
No.
Stop. Although she didn't yell, there was an overwhelming intensity to her voice. The same kind that caught everyone's attention back in the trial room. Immediately the runaways froze.
Yeah!
What do you want? You all remember the rules, don't you? If we don't solve Wolfgang's murder and uncover the killer,
Can't you see?
then we are going to die. Our feelings don't matter in this killing game. They never did. All that matters right now is finding the truth. Considering the power going out, and me being in this room before, and it being mentioned, I think Wolfgang was electrocuted to death, because that would explain why the generator short-circuited, 1. 2, why he's slumped over there. 2, there's a taser there, for whatever fucking reason, so I'm assuming that's part of the murder weapon. As for who, I don't know. So, I don't know. I'm preparing to hold a one-on-one session with Ulysses. I was consulting him about something important before we were interrupted by the announcement. Is that what you're doing before the blackout?
Huh?
Repeat that.
It's simple.
The blackout. Were you still with Ulysses when it happened?
Come on.
You're not speaking any sense. There was no power outage. Well, she can't be serious. That blackout affected the entire building. Unless... Ulysses and I spent this morning by the large tree. We stayed there up to and including the time of Wolfgang's murder. You don't know for sure if the water is safe. Huh?
Listen to me.
Before you start making conclusions, you should experiment first. Saying that, Ava walked over to a pile of boxes and pulled out a light bulb. Oh, I see what you're doing. Sure enough, everyone went straight to the edge of the platform and threw the light bulb into the water.
Look.
See, it's not lighting up. That means the water is safe.
Well,
I see. Then, I suppose it's to inspect Wolfgang.
Okay.
Are you going to? I think I'll observe from afar instead. Now isn't the time to be listening to her nerves. You fucking pussy bitch! Sorry. Hey, Sean. Oi, take a whiff of the air. And there's something off about it. It smells like burnt rubber. Because of the busted generator, yeah. But that's not what I'm talking about. There's another scent, a real bitter one. It's almost like cereal and rubbing alcohol.
Bad news.
Indeed, I'm suspecting a mighty chemical reaction at work. Thing is, I got no idea where it's coming from. I'm guessing they were already dry by the time any of us got here. In which case, could this be Wolfgang's blood? I don't think there's no, like, bludgeoning. I don't think it would be Wolfgang's blood. Did that mean this taser gun was involved in the murder? What's when I'm making guesses when I can just get him to confirm? After all, he's someone who— oh, okay. Oh. Shrapnel. Shrapnel? What the— why is there shrapnel in the water? Knife. On the blade and in the surrounding water, I can make something out. The unmistakable color of blood. Judging by the length, I think it's an extension cord. But what the hell happened to the other end of it? There was no internal plug, just a straight-up tip lined with a black substance. Had the cord been burned? I didn't see the cord in the boiler room either, so it probably came from someplace else. One of the storage rooms, maybe. It wasn't always in this condition, that's for sure. All the items we've been provided so far— light bulbs, speakers, a fridge— they work perfect as well. So, what happened to this cord? And why was it even in the water? Okay. Gonna look at his body now? Huh. Gonna look at the vet? No. What can I look at? I swear I've looked at everything. Well, I've looked at the blood, I look like Wolfgang. Well, like, I looked at the taser. Maybe I'll talk to Ulysses again. Hey,
Hi.
why did you move over here? It's,
The struggle.
I feel that it is highly important we investigate anything and everything we can. That's why I moved here. Just to investigate. Well, like you do it on your... Okay. And what was first for the investigation something other than fear appeared on Ulysses' face? It was curiosity. What is it? Look at the floor in front of the door.
That's...
This. Yes.
Seriously.
This is just a small piece of scrap metal.
Do you think?
Even so, it's still part of a crime scene. It necessitates documentation.
Important.
Seriously? Something this small means nothing. It could have come from the generator or the pipes above us. Maybe we could have been carrying it for all we know. This guy. There's so much here we could actually document, and it's these focus on some flimsy piece of metal. All the more reason to rely on myself. Well, I don't... Alright, it feels like you're giving the boiler room a good rundown, which means trickling out from under the comfortable working sleeve and onto the rest of his hand, a strange injury that looked like a lot like a trip stop. Did someone I don't know. Was this a burn mark? When I looked at Wolfgang's other hand, I saw the same thing. Those are probably lightning scars. I would assume. With my thumb and index finger, I snatched this paper out of his pocket, taking care not to brush my hand against his body. At the bottom of the page, fragments of a message were still visible. Secret, 9:15 a.m., boiler room, close the door. It seems like someone wanted to arrange a private meeting with him here. But that someone would be the culprit. There didn't seem to be any strange markings on Wolfgang's face. However, along the back of his neck was a massive bruise. There's a rolling pin here, and the handprints on it too. Can you see the handprints are at the base of the pin? You aren't rolling much dough if you're rolling this in like a tennis racket, are you? The pin is also really dusty. If it came from the kitchen, it would be clean like the other utensils there. Right, there's a dent in the pan too. How did the pin make its way to the closet after the killer used it? Oh,
There must be something.
I mean, if the footsteps kind I heard were the killers, they probably checked the pin in here on the way out.
Absolutely not.
No, that's not what happened.
Huh?
Damn it, are you fucking dumb? Bitch! People were in here! What if they could have placed the pin in here before any of us came downstairs?
Raise it.
If they're out in the hallway, why didn't they use that as a chance to escape? Damn it, she's right. Damn it, stop being fucking dumb! What happened is he hit him beforehand and knocked him out, apparently. That's what I'm guessing. Oh. Is that something? Oh, there's blood here. What do you think left all this blood behind?
Focus.
Well, it can't be Wolfgang, can it? Considering the sort of injuries he sustained, it wouldn't make sense for him to have spilt a lot of blood. The blood belongs to someone else. Yeah, exactly. What's up been added? Okay. As Ava and I emerged from the basement on the lookout for anything which could aid us in our investigation. What's wrong, Eloise? Sup, you guys? We're going to lower your voice around her. Some stuff has happened. Sorry, Eloise had a bit of a frightening experience recently.
You think?
I think we all have.
No kidding.
Well, yeah, the scene downstairs is bad, but I'm talking about something else. After Tessa left, we tried going inside Wolfgang's room to look for clues, but the moment we stepped in, she suddenly pounced on me. She? Hold on. This she you're referring to?
Shit.
Yep, it's Grace. She's been guarding Wolfgang's dorm ever since she kicked us out. Grace was blocking access to Wolfgang's dorm. What the hell? We can't let her bar us from entering his room. The class trial could start at any moment. That's what I tried telling everyone else, but they pretty much give up. Have Jean manhandle her. I don't give a fuck. Okay, we're trying to not die in this hell. Eloise and I, though, we're not gonna let this slide. We gotta get inside the dorm room. So we've been brainstorming other ways to approach Grace. If Grace doesn't want to cooperate, we'll start badgering her with questions, poke at her ego until it eventually retreats.
Safety first.
If you want, you can join us. A debater might be good at dishing verbal beatdowns, yeah. I did come here to inspect Wolfgang's dorm, so might as well. If that's the case, I'll go to the dining hall and ask Jet and Mark for their testimonies.
Huh?
You're not coming along.
Where?
Grace isn't someone I like to be around right now. You three can handle her. I have to search his last known whereabouts, which includes his dorm room by default.
See that?
What if I said I've done the job for you?
again.
Hello, wanna know what I found? Nothing. You think I'm lying?
Just
a little bit.
saying.
There's a chance you could be, unfortunately. Think about it. You haven't given us any reason to believe you. Someone who's got nothing to hide wouldn't be acting so protective right now, you know? Yuzu wants this game to be fair, but being prevented from searching every room doesn't seem very fair.
Don't test me.
Even if it isn't, what are you gonna do? I'll report it to Tozo.
You
so
Yeah,
Makes sense.
just right. Fucking let us in. I said, yeah. What do you say we look for him now? If Tozu agrees this is sabotage, we might call Mara to help. I'm not hiding anything about the murder. Don't try to get me involved.
Uh-huh.
Desmond never mentioned Wolfgang's murder. Alright, let's go search this hoe. Okay. Look at the bear. How was he this morning? Grumpy? Happy? Sick. We were planning to go to the game tournament, but he woke up with an ache in his stomach. Let me just ask this. What were you doing during the blackout? Blackout? Yeah, you did experience it, right?
That's not...
No, I don't think there was ever a blackout. We were only alerted to the murder because of Tozu's announcement. If Winona never experienced a blackout in the tree room, and Eloise never experienced a blackout in the courtyard, both those buildings must be connected to an entirely different power source. Looking back on it, the game tournament and the murder happened really close to each other. The former began at 9 AM, while the latter occurred at 9:35 AM. That's within the same hour. Taking another look at this whiteboard. Yeah, I can see why the killer chose to attack so soon. 8 potential witnesses also situated in one place, too preoccupied with video games. What time did the murder happen?
That's
9:35 AM? Check this. He pointed to a small digital clock at the top of the music pad.
that's
This is the time of the murder. It was like this when I came back up here. I think the clock got screwed over by that blackout. So now it's frozen on whatever it was displaying before it lost power. Why didn't Tozu fix the blackout himself? Is the maintenance of this place seriously our responsibility?
not okay.
The fridge and picture are restocked every day though. Can't things just be consistent? Funding aside, he made a good point. Why didn't Tozu fix the blackout? Did Tozu abstain from fixing the blackout because it was important to the killer? We could easily make their escape if no one could see anything.
Wait.
I've been thinking really hard about those footsteps we've heard.
again.
Yeah, they were soft, right? Like the person was wearing
I
socks.
see.
Now that you mention it, it does look like socks on a hard floor. Ugh, of all things to be right about, it has to be this. The sort of something like heels would be pretty distinct, right? Or what about sneakers? They get really squeaky on a smooth floor. And
Don't say
what I'm saying is, you could totally figure out the shoe from the sound it makes. And if you know what shoe the killer has on, the killer had on, you can just look for the person with a matching pair. But socks? Anyone could be wearing socks. This knife block had a knife missing from it. For a kitchen knife to go missing, at the same time a knife is found floating in the boiler room's water. That can't be a coincidence. Obviously fucking not Damon, but you know, if Desmond's telling the truth, then Diana should be in here. Why is Diana in the... what if it was... It's probably Diana. I have a feeling it's Diana. I don't know why. This sneaking suspicion. Hi, Diana. Diana was standing with her back pressed up against a wall, arms wrapped around herself in a tight embrace. She's in even worse shape than before. Okay, maybe it's not her. Sorry, I'm feeling a little sick all of a sudden. Do you mind if we go back to my dorm? I've asked all the questions I wanted to. What? Okay, Diana seems so... fucking suspicious. Did you at least notice anything suspicious this morning? It could be a person acting odd or a strange sound. That's what most real-life testimonies talk about anyway.
Think this through.
A person acting odd. Maybe not at the time, but looking back, it definitely seemed a little strange. This morning, I saw Wolfgang. When did you see him? In the dorm hallway, on my way back from the pharmacy. Just as I was about to enter my room, I saw Wolfgang leave his. Okay. Oh, Wolfgang. What a coincidence running into each other like this. What about you? Are you going to the tournament? That's correct. I'm going to the tournament. I'm just heading to the lunchroom right now. It was about to close, I accidentally left behind in there. Yesterday he told everyone he was too busy to attend. Okay, let me just start crossing people off real quick, okay? Diana does not have an alibi. Get fucked. Diana doesn't have an alibi. Chashika, Does Ulysses have an alibi? Oh god. I don't remember Ulysses having an alibi, so I'm gonna just say Ulysses, you're dead. Cassidy was with us. Desmond was with someone else. Desmond and Eloise were together. Kai was with me when the murder happened. Grace does not have an alibi and she's been just acting weird this whole fucking time. Ingrid has been with homegirl. Winona, it can't be Winona because she was confused about the blackout unless she heard it from someone else, you know. And then Ava was Ava was with Grace. So actually it's not Grace. So it could either be Ulysses or Diana, is my guess. I'm gonna assume it's Diana for now, because I've been having this sneaking suspicion about Diana this whole time, for whatever reason. Doesn't that call into question what Grace told me earlier? Yeah, Grace lied to me about Wolfgang calling in sick, or she was telling the truth. And Wolfgang just got outed as a liar. Well, he is a lawyer, so. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm between two people. Either Ulysses or Diana. I'm leaning more towards Diana right now. At the time of Wolfgang's murder, when Ulysses were by the giant tree. Okay, it's Diana. It's Diana, okay. Did you check the taser? Right, I did. The gun's blast doors were missing, so it was fired, okay. All of a sudden, the ground. Oh no, not again. Hold on to something. Oh my god, everyone, fuck, we're gonna do an earthquake, we're gonna fucking die. If you go in expecting to fail, chances you will.
Game over, man! Game over!
I'm gonna think I'm failing even more because of what you said. Who here are the cards more stacked against? 14 people working together to solve a murder, or one person trying to lead everyone else astray?
Are we ready?
If anyone's in for a struggle, it ain't the group of 14. Statistically, the odds are in our favor here. Am I ready for this? I don't know. Was what I did during the investigation the best I could have done? Will it be enough to carry me through this trial? Will it be enough to lead me to Wolfgang's killer? I won't know until I do it. Until I face this trial head on. There's no way I can place my faith in the other people here. There's no way they'll come to the correct conclusion. Our survival depends on me. And maybe Ava, because, you know, she's smart. It feels like only yesterday we were playing detective with the corpse of a crime scene. What the fuck word is that? If we work together, we can do this!
We can't give up!
Right, guys? If we work together, we can solve this case. So come on, let's do this for Wolfgang. I'm so sure you're the murderer, Diana. I hope you know.
Welcome back to the trial grounds, everyone.
Hey, Tozu.
Happy discussing.
Okay.
We pray for your survival and success.
Thanks, bestie.
Can someone please break this silence?
You just did.
I don't want to talk about this.
Well, that's too fucking bad, Mark. I almost like too fucking bad, Mark. You have to talk about it.
Oh, crap. Without a lawyer, we're totally screwed.
Whenever I turn my head, I keep expecting to see him at his podium.
No. Okay, stop crying.
Whichever one of you sick bastards did this, whatever it takes, no matter if I have to kick the brains out of every single person here, I'll find you.
I'm sure it's Grace, but you know.
Is that what you call peace?
No.
Being at the mercy of some dickhead silent observer?
Well, nobody knows for sure if the killer is even a silent observer. The killer might try to feign innocence through other means. For instance,
Okay, Alois?
pretending to be outspoken about the case.
She's talking a lot more than usual. This is a surprise.
Are you accusing me of something?
What you did during the investigation seems really suspicious.
She's not wrong.
She stood
Sorry.
in front of Wolfgang's dorm room and wouldn't let anyone go inside.
Because of Grace, almost everyone who planned to investigate Wolfgang's dorm gave up and went elsewhere. You know, for someone who seems so adamant about finding Wolfgang's killer, it's odd she tried to conceal potential evidence.
That's right, Grace. What you gotta say about
I'm
that?
not saying Grace is definitely the killer. I just think we should be cautious of her.
She has an alibi, though. Grace couldn't have murdered anyone, because she went to the game tournament.
Does that rule her out from committing the murder?
Well,
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
There weren't many of us there.
You're the only
Had
five of
someone
us.
disappeared, it would have been obvious.
So Jean,
Hi, Ulysses.
Grace, and Kai attended Cassidy and Jet's game tournament.
You're.
And me.
And Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Damon and I also attended the tournament. We can also vouch for Grace.
You guys aren't lying, are you?
Why the fuck would we be lying?
Are you seriously doubting 8 testimonies?
If the 8 of you were really together when Wolfgang was discovered, doesn't that contradict what you said before the investigation?
What did Kai say?
You told everyone you and Damon found Wolfgang first. How is that possible if you guys never left the dining hall?
We did.
I never said I didn't leave the dining hall.
But earlier you told us you were with the other attendees.
That's because us partygoers left the dining hall together.
Uh-huh.
When the blackout struck, the tournament folk joined arms and headed straight downstairs.
Yeah, she just saw us. Gosh.
No.
There was a blackout?
Yep, only on our side though.
How could that be? Did an alternate timeline converge with ours?
Cassidy. Shut the fuck up. Cassidy, shut your mouth, please. Why is it some people recall the Blackout affected one building, that's why.
Got it.
I got it.
The courtyard and tree area are connected to separate power sources.
So the tournament attendees were affected, yet they left the dining hall? Why not stay put until the power returns?
Because we just assumed that Toasty wasn't gonna do shit.
It didn't seem like the power was being restored anytime soon, so we took up the challenge of fixing it ourselves.
The 8 of us split into 4 pairs and inspected a storage room each.
I'm so sorry for what I said earlier.
Well, they're fine.
Sorry? You're sorry for accusing me of murder.
Grace, that was not the fucking time for doing it. Okay, Grace?
Hang on.
Okay, Grace.
Even if you aren't involved in Wolfgang's murder, you must know something about his last known whereabouts.
What make?
There's proof Grace spent last night with Wolfgang.
Okay, don't say it like that.
Yo, little history dude.
What? Oh,
Wolfgang must have
Ulysses.
spilled the beans with you, right?
I was like, who the fuck are you talking about, chat? It's talking about hey, Ulysses.
Why would Ulysses know anything?
Common courtesy. If you're gonna have a one-night stand,
Jet.
you gotta let your roomie know in advance.
Jet, shut the fuck up, please. Okay.
So if I'm getting this right, Ulysses is bunking with Wolfgang?
No.
Well, we only shared a dorm for one night.
And then they
You aren't
switched.
bunking with him anymore?
Y'all don't remember? Never mind.
I mean, Grace and I agreed to swap rooms.
Yeah? Why'd you do that?
Because Grace is
For
being
reasons.
loud.
Totally not suspicious.
Yeah.
It was a win-win situation. I get Grace out of my hair. She gets me out of hers. I wasn't big on my partner being chosen for me. So when the opportunity arose to change that, I took it.
Can confirm. I watched the whole thing play out.
Since the room swap happened the night after we implemented the bunk buddy system, that would mean Grace and Wolfgang have been bunking for about a day and a half. Ugh, gross.
Horse!
Grace, did Wolfgang act strange at any point?
Yes, you did. Hi, Toasty. Look at him over there, just staring.
Like-
Also, Demon's not said shit this whole time. He's
Maybe
listening.
had trouble.
The morning of the murder, this morning, Wolfgang told me he felt sick.
Huh?
With a stomach ache. It hurt so bad he couldn't get out of bed, but he convinced me to attend the tournament. So, I left his room right after the morning announcement.
Hold on a sec. That ain't what you told me this morning.
Crazy.
She felt like competing.
Oh.
Grace knew I
okay.
planned to compete as well. So she asked me to be her sparring partner. Since you needed one to enter the tournament.
Okay, why were you lying?
I think it's obtuse.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Huh?
Say we assume the best of Grace.
I'm personally more
She
into
withheld
scalene
information
types,
not
but
to
you know.
trick anyone,
I'm sorry. You know.
but to protect someone she cares about. What then should we make up the glaring contradiction in her testimony?
What the hell do you mean, contradiction?
I don't know, I wasn't
Your
paying
bunking
attention.
partner was too ill to make the short trek to the dining hall. How did he walk all the way to the boiler room?
It was faking!
Now that you mention it, to reach the underground floor, wouldn't Wolfgang need to descend
Floor
like,
flights?
4 flights of stairs?
Why the fuck are there 4 flights? Okay, whatever.
It's not my fault it doesn't make sense. It's just what Wolfgang told me.
Didn't we decide Grace wasn't the killer anyway?
That's not to say she doesn't know more than she's letting on.
Is there more to this story than Grace is telling us? Maybe if Toshiko remembered what she told us and spoke the fuck up! I think I know. There, goddamn. Yeah, fucking hell. Hey! No, you're wrong, bitch!
It's true Grace's
Okay.
testimony is inconsistent with where
Damn.
we found Wolfgang's body.
Uh-huh.
But that's not Grace's fault. The only person we should be blaming is Wolfgang himself.
Yeah.
What?
Because he lied about being sick.
Seriously?
Yep, he did.
Corroborate. Can't you, Toshiko? You told me you saw Wolfgang in the hallways at 8:10 a.m.
That's after I left.
Yes. I remember now.
Yo, you're not remembering. You saw me struggling over there for 5 fucking minutes!
The trip itself went fine, but when I returned to the hallway, I found myself face to face
with Wolfgang?
Yeah.
Phone! Toshiko actually saw Wolfgang?
He appeared perfectly healthy and even mentioned going to the tournament. Of course. He never made it.
Yeah, he did.
I don't believe that. Can anyone confirm this?
Ingrid can.
I heard them chatting a while in my room.
He told Grace he wouldn't attend the tournament. but then said the opposite to Toshiko.
Sounds like he was telling fibs to conceal his actual intentions.
And what's his true plan supposed to be?
To go to the boiler room. Most likely.
I'm lost.
Oh my god.
What business would a guy like him have down there?
Jet, just be quiet. Why did Wolfgang go to the boiler room? That I can also answer. Let me try and find it. Hold on. I'm finding it. There it is. Yes.
This is it.
I got this note. This is telling me to come over there. Secret, 8:15 a.m. Boiler room. Close the door.
It mentions the boiler room.
It can't be a coincidence. This note must be the reason Wolfgang went there.
Ulysses, Grace, do you remember Wolfgang getting delivered a weird note?
No. The only time I recall him receiving anything was when Tozu distributed those envelopes.
I don't know anything about a note.
Wolfgang shared nothing with you guys?
Dang.
Guess he didn't want
Kinda
to know
dumb.
what it said.
Right.
But you know, hey.
Then the reason he told Grace he felt sick
Was so like he could go to the meeting.
Didn't this same guy ask us to share our blackmail with each other?
Yeah.
Talk about double standards.
Maybe he knew he was meeting someone dangerous, so he thought it would be safer not to involve her.
Not to interrupt, but...
What?
On the subject of blackmail, did Wolfgang ever confront the person he had?
Oh.
Oh?
Well, if you recall what Wolfgang said originally.
Uh-huh. Oh, shit. For that reason, I implore you all to speak to the person whose blackmailed you have, and them only. Even if the contents of the envelope seem horrible, give the person a chance to explain themselves.
Regardless of the blackmail
Shit, that's gonna hit me in a bad light, isn't
it? Would
it?
be treated as a matter between the recipient and the subject of the blackmail.
You'll be
If
fine.
that person somehow realized Wolfgang carried their blackmail, but never came forward about it, they could have demanded Wolfgang show it to them. Hence the mention of a secret. However, if Wolfgang did confront his person, I don't see why that same person would then send him a threatening note.
If the person being blackmailed wasn't the one who wrote the note, who was?
Obviously, it would be the student with Wolfgang's blackmail.
No.
Oh, I knew that.
Yes,
you?
the
Oh, okay.
secret in question may actually be a reference to Wolfgang's blackmail, not the sender's.
We'd probably need to know whose blackmail Wolfgang had first.
Oh,
Yo! Person who Wolfgang had blackmail on! If he gave you your blackmail back, can you say something?
Don't forget the person with Wolfgang's blackmail.
Hey! Person who's got Wolfgang's
Why are you
blackmail.
yelling, Cassidy? We're all in here! Come down! Shit!
Innocent?
Jesus!
Say something already!
Why is the dream black? If I'm innocent, I should say something. Would telling everyone I have Wolfgang's blackmail really guarantee my innocence in their eyes? I don't know. Although everyone may follow my direction during the trial, since they can't have the evidence on my side. When it comes to me, of all people, owning Wolfgang's blackmail, how do I know they won't suddenly change their tune? They might chastise me for not revealing his blackmail sooner. Or maybe they'll think I'm confessing and accuse me of murdering him. It's not like I wouldn't be able to refute their arguments, but do I really want to subject myself to all that? Does the trajectory of this trial really depend on whether or not
I was hesitant to admit it.
Oh.
Since I knew it would put me on the spot. But I'd rather be suspected than be the reason this trial comes to a standstill.
Do you have Wolfgang's blackmail?
Nah, not his.
Seriously?
Oh.
Way to be anticlimactic.
However, it's thanks to him that I have my own.
Okay.
Wolfgang approached me the same day everyone received an envelope. Funnily enough, it happened right after I'd finished speaking with my own person.
Okay.
He and we had a good talk. He gave me his envelope and asked me to take care of it. This should have been said sooner. I realized that. I suppose my pride was stronger than my rectitude.
Okay, I never heard of that word before, but you know.
To recognize, to acknowledge one's own misdoings is the most virtuous
To recognize.
feat, I believe.
No. If I reveal my blackmail right now, would everyone here treat me like the same? Would they be just as
I
forgiving?
take it our other blackmail person isn't gonna step forward?
Even if we knew who had Wolfgang's blackmail, that doesn't necessarily mean they're his killer. But unlike John...
Okay, his name is Sean.
use
Okay.
Wolfgang's blackmail to prove they have it. This person might just want to respect Wolfgang's request to keep the blackmail between two people. Especially now that he's gone. Circumstantial evidence alone can't prove something beyond a reasonable doubt. If we want to solve this case, we need indisputable evidence.
It's like doing a jigsaw puzzle without the box art to help you.
Sure.
The cases, or...
Don't worry about it, Kai. Just...
Obviously, the case. The more pieces you connect, the clearer the image you're constructing becomes. Do you see what I'm saying? Once we know how Wolfgang died, the rest of this case should fall into place.
You certainly talk a lot stranger than you used to.
Okay.
I don't think I get it.
We can all agree Wolfgang was stabbed to death, right?
I don't even know what he...
There was blood. Dried blood. On the boiler room floor and on the hallway floor.
That's gotta be Wolfgang's blood, right?
Huh. Seems like a brawl happened in the hallway. While poor Wolfie was minding his own business, he was confronted by the killer, who attacked him and chased him into the boiler room.
I don't think that's what happened, but you know what, you can... Sure. The killer stabbed Wolfgang in the hallway, then followed him into the boiler room. No, that's not what happened. I need to show everyone where they've gone wrong. There we go. Oh my god. I'm like, there's no way Toast's Howler can be used for anything in this. Yep, there is. God damn it.
Jed, you talk a lot about the knife and the bloodstains on the floor. But did you ever look at Wolfgang himself?
I gave him a glance.
Had you actually taken the time to look at Wolfgang's back, you would have noticed a clear absence of stab wounds.
28 stab wounds.
None of the injuries he sustained were the type to cause severe blood loss. Couldn't you give Wolfgang the dignity of a proper investigation?
That's crazy.
Hey man, it's not like I didn't try.
You didn't, actually.
It's just nobody wakes up thinking they'll have to solve their buddy's murder later.
Yes.
Isn't that exactly what you should be worrying about in a killing game?
Since some of us here weren't able to investigate Wolfgang's body, I'll lay out his injuries. There were 2 marks on the back of his neck. A bruise and a tiny red dot.
Someone beat the fuck out of his neck.
His hands were burnt too. So
yep.
3 injuries in total.
Shut the fuck up.
These didn't look like normal burns. Not the sort you'd get from a stove fire, or a hot iron, or a flamethrower, I suppose.
So this is the thanks I get for vocalizing my thoughts?
You need to put those thoughts and put them back in your head, girl, okay?
The burns actually bore a strong resemblance to what you might see in cases of corona paralysis.
Can you say that in layman's terms? Because what the fuck did you just say, Ulysses? Blacksmith.
Coronoparalysis. It's something which happens to lightning strike victims.
Look, I'm right. I knew this. Thank you, Nora, from season 8 of Ruby.
My grandpappy once tried working out in the open during a thunderstorm.
Well, that dumb bitch.
Pure luck's the only reason he lived to see the next day.
Sorry to hear that and all, but what does lightning have to do with anything?
He died from electricity, you dumb bitch! I'm sorry, Kai, I love you.
Ulysses, did it look like a big old tree was drawn on Wolfie?
A big old tree. Yes, that's how I would describe the burns on Wolfgang.
So Wolfgang had lightning strike scars?
Yes,
We're
Chakute.
trapped inside a building, though. Lightning can't come from anywhere.
Kai, I'm gonna just think for like 5. Actually, no, he wasn't there. I'll give you a pass.
Struck before the killing game?
We would have noticed it. No.
Those burns were fresh. One look was all it took for me to know that. If he had these scars before, we would have noticed them anyway.
If those marks were recently inflicted, wouldn't it mean Wolfgang somehow went outside?
I'm gonna need you to put your thinking caps on for 5 seconds, please.
The reason Wolfgang sustained burns similar to that of lightning strike victims may be because whatever inflicted his burns was equivalent in damage to a lightning strike.
Something equivalent in damage to a lightning strike? It is sounds ridiculous, but when I think back on the boiler room and what was inside it, right, if I take that object into consideration, Ulysses Series starts to hold some weight. I have 2 things, like, oh, okay, it's just it's that thing. Yeah, I'm assuming I clicked the right thing. Okay, good. Yay! The box, or whatever it's called.
Since some people here never investigated the crime scene, they probably aren't as familiar with the room as we are. So, you should read out your description of it.
The boiler room consists of a small concrete platform surrounded by ankle-deep water.
Hear that? There's a generator inside the boiler room. Of all the things which could deal similar damage to a lightning strike, doesn't a generator sound the most likely?
Didn't Ulysses say it was destroyed?
Yeah. That's what caused the blackout, Toshiko. But you know.
Anyway, Ava, you agree the generator was in full working condition when we woke up, right?
Right.
So in the time since you woke up there, the generator was destroyed?
Yes.
As for what
Think,
destroyed the
bitches.
generator,
shit.
Well, it's hard to say for sure. My best guess would probably be...
Don't waste my time.
Oh, hey, Winona. What do you want?
Two things. First, destroyed is overly vague. Ulysses explained the state of the generator much better. Charred beyond belief. Second, and more importantly, where's your proof the generator inflicted those burns?
What are you talking about? The generator must be involved.
No.
It's near where Wolfgang is lying.
Being within range of something counts as proof now, does it?
Oh my god.
Do you also consider happenstance as conclusive evidence? Funny how the standards shift, if so. While the generator may look suspicious, consider the time frame we're working with. If the only time you saw the generator in full working condition was on the day of our kidnapping, that gives us a period of almost 4 days.
How do I switch between things?
Which the generator might have been destroyed.
Advance, thank God! Jesus Christ.
What about the blackout? It's impossible for the generator to cause the blackout if it was already broken prior to the tournament.
So true, bestie.
What about the blackout? The building may very well have lost its power at any point before or after the murder. You only assume it happened during. Not the smartest argument from a supposed ultimate debater. The building may very well have lost its power at any point before or after.
There we go. Oh my god. I hope none of those exist anywhere else, because Jesus Christ.
If you look at what time the digital clock is frozen on, it matches the time of death listed on the tablet.
That's right.
9:35 a.m.
Yeah.
Is this true?
There's no point in me saying anything when someone else has already said it better.
That's right.
Just answer with a yes or no, will you?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
The generator caused the blackout. And the blackout occurred at the time of the murder.
So
There's
true.
no way the destruction of the generator wasn't tied to Wolfgang's death. Since Wolfgang was discovered kneeling in the water, we can reason he was standing in it at the time this happened then.
Damon, you and I both know that's not true. It's impossible for the water in the boiler room to play a role in Wolfgang's murder, because it isn't even conductive.
It's not?
Do you know what that word means, Grace?
So, I tested the water. I even redid my test during the investigation, since Damon wasn't sure if he should touch Wolfgang's wet clothes. To be honest, neither result really surprised me. Water will only act as a conductor if it makes contact with two separate energy sources.
If you're standing in the water, one outlet should be enough. Speaking from experience, large bodies of water are
Well, there was
during
a
storms.
extension cord that was
All it
blown
takes
up.
is
So.
one lightning.
But the generator is a slow, persistent source of electricity. It's not the same as a lightning strike.
Electricity is electricity.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how it manifests.
Okay.
The reason you two avoided electrocution is because the generator's exposed wires aren't even touching the water.
Maybe when the generator was destroyed, some of the wiring fell into the water?
Nah.
No.
Even in its current sorry state, the generator's wires are nowhere near the water.
You know what is though, John?
As for why the generator's been charred, sometimes electrical faults happen. Even my ship's engines are broken under particularly relentless storms. And if an electrical fault caused Wolfgang's death, then his murder is purely on the hosts, ain't it?
Of course. If we were responsible for his death, your lot wouldn't be here discussing it.
Oh, okay. I hate everything. I know
It
what the
might be
answer is.
relevant, but I did see one other thing on the boiler room floor.
Yeah. Oh my God. Just gonna bring up something. Oh, it's sad. Okay.
That's how it came across to me.
Not a toy gun, a taser gun. I'm not sure how the taser fits in with this case, though. It doesn't seem to have been
fine
used.
yet? Murder.
Nope. The taser was definitely used. Not all taser guns release a string when fired. Some are completely wireless. For those types, you can tell they've been used if their blast doors are missing.
Okay.
Side note, blast doors are plastic panels which cover the muzzle of a taser. If a shot is fired, they pop clean off. When I was investigating the crime scene, I found the taser gun in one spot and its blast doors in another.
You did?
Speaks
I'm
for
gonna find
itself.
it. The fire. Oh my
Where
God.
the heck did a taser gun even come from? Last time I checked, there weren't any lying around in the storage closets.
Maybe it belongs to someone here.
Like Diana.
Everyone here has a dorm room which is themed around their talent. Mine's got DJ equipment, Jet's got car batteries. If that's what we have with our talents, What could someone with a dangerous talent have?
I don't know. I see
Are
how
you
it is.
talking about, like, knives and stuff?
Maybe Kai. Well done, me. It's
Forget
okay.
this. The person I'm talking about is Desmond.
Oh. Oh.
Hang on. You've got it all mixed up.
Jean, do you know anything about this? As Desmond's roommate, perhaps you spotted something inside his dorm.
Alas, we stayed in my abode.
Aww.
I couldn't tell you if he had weapons.
Did Desmond agree to bunk in Jean's dorm so Jean wouldn't see the weapons in his?
Oh god.
That taser gun?
Telling me stinky though.
It's not mine. I've never seen anything like it.
No, that's a lie.
What proves Desmond is lying? His talent, his charisma, his blackmail. I don't know his blackmail. His talent.
A marksman is obviously going to have a taser.
Like I said.
Let me try a different version. This? His blackmail. I don't know.
Got it.
Sure. I don't even know what it is. So.
You didn't get mine.
Blackmail? I don't know.
Did you?
No. But the person who did informed me of what it said.
With his weapon at hand, Desmond guards the only one he oh, right. Yeah, that stuff told me about
That's more
it.
than a little suspicious, don't you think? Leaving a bunch of weapons unguarded during a killing game?
Don't judge me. This is the first time I'm hearing of it too.
You didn't know there were weapons in your room?
Yep. No idea.
Our rooms aren't particularly subtle in their theming. Are we supposed to believe yours is any different?
It is themed. I'm not denying that. But I sure as hell didn't catch sight of any weapons. If I did, do you seriously think I'd leave them unguarded and risk being found out? Someone must have gotten the idea to rifle through my dorm because of my talent.
Rifle? Get it? Because he's a mark? Anyways.
There's no other way to explain it.
If the taser gun belongs to him, then he's the killer. Any argument he makes against it is just a flimsy excuse.
Okay. Oh shit. What am I doing?
Why did Desmond say the taser gun was fired? I don't think a killer would draw
Hold on, I'll
attention
read
to
that
their
in a
own
second.
murder weapon.
I'll read that in a second, Minnie. Yoink! There we go. That's so you so right, Eloise.
Regardless of whether or not Desmond knew about the gun, he definitely wasn't involved in the murder.
Desmond and I, we were together in the courtyard at the...
That's right.
At the time of Wolfgang's death.
Yep.
Don't just take her word for it. She could be covering for Desmond.
Jeez, if you have a bone to pick with these guys, at least save it for when we're not solving a murder.
Ever since the investigation, these two yuppies have been on my case non-stop. They're obviously working together.
Then what's in it for Eloise? Because she's gonna fucking die.
Since the topic has been brought up, I would like to mention something.
Okay.
During my trip to the pharmacy, I believe I saw Desmond and Eloise in the courtyard together.
You also said you were back in the hallways around 8-10 a.m., didn't you? That means those two were wandering around unsupervised. Either one of them could have left the courtyard.
If Desmond was the killer, what would Eloise gain from defending him?
Exactly, Toshiko.
That's right. And even if she was exempt, Eloise is too nice to be an accomplice to murder.
Grace.
Grace, shut up.
realize Desmond's irked you, but that's no reason to keep steering everyone down a dead end.
Not only do we know he's not the killer, now we know how the killer got their hands on the taser.
Someone must have gotten the idea to rifle through my dorm because of my talent.
Okay.
And found the taser gun hidden inside.
Yup, that is word for word what Desmond said.
Can you repeat that quote, Cassidy?
Again. But I just said it.
Something about
If
Ava.
Desmond's testimony is anything to go by, then wouldn't this mean the culprit has to be male?
What?
If I remember correctly, all the guys were aware of each other's pairings. With that sort of knowledge, a male student could try and infiltrate another male student's dorm.
None of us knew which room we'd be bunking in.
Seems there was a mountain of opportunities for our culprit to sneak in unnoticed.
I don't know,
Doesn't exactly help us
besties.
narrow
Look on the bright side. If it's been fired, then it's probably what electrocuted Wolfie.
We're getting
It
closer.
promises-
Yeah. Besides the burns on his hands, Wolfgang also had a bruise and a tiny red dot on the back of his neck.
Yeah, is it?
Okay, let's discuss the bruise first.
I know what it was caused by. Goddamn bitch.
Either way, something must have hit him.
Yoink! That was. Yeah! Ah! Sorry. You're still right, Kai.
Really? Man, And I was only blurting out the first thing which came to mind.
You didn't have to admit that, but you know.
Anyway.
A rolling pin.
Eh?
Don't. Okay.
Wolfgang was hit with a rolling pin.
How on earth did you reach that conclusion?
Ava and I found this pin inside storage closet A, which is just a few feet from the crime scene. Coincidentally, the pin also has a dent.
Big ass dent. You're so
It certainly
correct.
explains the bruising on his neck.
They must have wanted him to be unconscious so he wouldn't fight back.
Yeah, basically.
You reckon the killer purposely put Wolfie in the water?
Mate, probably. One of those two. He's dead.
Considering the logical ethos of the killer's
Ethos?
especially when governed under constricting pressure, leaving him catatonic would be the most facile solution.
Toshiko, you just said 50 words that I did not understand. I'm gonna repeat what you said. After shooting Wolfgang with the taser, what was the killer's next move? If I figured that out, I'll be one step closer to solving this case. Oh shit. Okay.
Because the killer could run upstairs and go back to their room. Immediately.
Okay, thank God. Jesus Christ. Yay! Fucking hell. Okay, there it is.
Diana, there's proof the killer fled the underground hallway at a later time.
Yep.
When the tournament attendees were looking for a backup generator, Kai and I heard someone run past our room.
Huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that's right.
You seem kind of scared there, Diana. Sorry, I really think it's Diana. I'm sorry.
Floor in the closet when all of a sudden.
Because she's the only one without a solid alibi. She's been acting very weird since chapter 1. So ooh.
Did anyone else hear these footsteps?
No.
Nope.
I heard the footsteps.
Huh? You did?
Well, I initially thought it was my imagination,
Mhm.
so I never said anything.
Ashamed to say, I also brushed off the footsteps. Thought I was hearing things.
Then someone else was on the underground floor with us.
Yeah.
Since everyone explored the closets in pairs, they all have solid alibis. Considering the footsteps were moving away from the crime scene, I think it's safe to say they belong to the killer.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that mean the killer fled while you guys were exploring the rooms?
Yes.
Why
She
not
is.
run away early,
Anyways.
though? Fleeing while everyone is searching seems really risky.
Maybe it was a miscalculation?
It's not impossible, I guess.
For the two who heard the footsteps, describe the sound.
They sound like socks.
It was kinda socky. As in, it sounded pretty soft.
Like me.
Like
Sorry.
The person had taken off their shoes.
Saki, huh?
Yeah, Winona.
Seems this killer was purposefully trying to keep quiet.
That seems like a leap in logic.
Oh, Diana. Oh, what's happening, Diana? Huh?
No,
Huh?
I get what she's saying.
What's up, Diana?
Everyone here has socks on, I'm pretty sure. So any one of us could have run down the hallway. The thing with shoes is, not everyone here has the same kind. If the killer had worn theirs, we might have been able to figure out their footwear from the sound it made on the floor.
We already can find the killer, though.
What?
Oi, picture a map of the building complex in your head. The building with the dorms is on the left, the courtyard is in the middle, and the building with the tree is on the right.
Yeah.
Try and pin everyone's locations during Wolfgang.
Oh my god, am I fucking right? I'm going. Yes!
The identity of the killer will definitely become clear.
Yep.
Is the killer someone whose position we can't place?
Yep.
No, it's not about position.
Is that she doesn't have an alibi.
Wolfgang's killer can easily lie about their location during the murder. The only thing distinguishing their testimony from everyone else's is that theirs can't be corroborated.
I know it. Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she? You bitch!
It has to be you!
Diana, it's you, isn't it?
What did I say? What did I say before I even started investigating the rest of everything? Don't be. I swear to God if I'm wrong now. If they pull my leg, I'm going. Okay. Yeah, Diana.
Huh? The makeup girl?
Uh-huh.
Those of us who attended the tournament can obviously be ruled out. And as for those who didn't, Desmond and Eloise were in the courtyard. Toshiko and Ingrid were in the same dorm room.
What about Winona? She never mentioned an alibi.
She was with Ulysses.
Give me a break.
Winona and I were in the building with the tree all morning.
Yeah.
In fact, yes, Desmond and Eloise should have witnessed us walking over there, as those two were in the courtyard at the time.
If she's the person who fled the boiler room, those footsteps we heard make a lot more sense.
Mhm.
Heels make a pretty loud clop sound on hard floors, and the underground hallway's floor is pretty hard.
Mhm.
Diana would obviously want to take them off.
You're totally right, though. Since Diana's the only one here with heels.
Oh, she is, isn't she?
Take them off.
Guys, what are you talking about?
You know what we're talking about, Diana.
A killer?
Yup.
Do you really think I could be a killer?
Yup.
The fact you weren't at the tournament is incriminating enough.
Not just that. Everyone but you has an alibi.
Yup.
But I do have an alibi.
Go ahead, what is it?
Right, Ava?
Huh?
You woke up with me this morning, and you never saw me leave my dorm.
During the brief amount of time we were together, I never saw you leave. What you did after I left for the game tournament, however, is anyone's guess.
Uh-huh.
For that reason, I left Diana's dorm at 8:05 a.m. I know the exact time since her room has a clock. I probably entered the dining hall around 8:10 a.m.-ish.
Mhm.
So much for an alibi then.
Are we sure there hasn't been some sort of misunderstanding?
I'm pretty sure there's not.
I refuse to believe it!
You're gonna have to, girl. Looks like some people aren't willing to face the facts. That's not a problem. I'll make them face the facts. Whether they like it or not, soon enough, nobody will be able to deny Diana killed Wolfgang. Uh-huh, that's right. Get right, bitch!
Maybe the rolling pin in one.
Nope!
No, that's wrong!
You're wrong, bitch! Sorry.
No. The killer was only wielding the rolling pin during their confrontation with Wolfgang.
Uh-huh.
You can tell just from looking at the pin. There are two handprints wrapped around the edge.
Yerp.
As if the killer had been holding the pin like a tennis racket.
Then, who held the knife?
It wasn't the killer. So it was most likely the only other person in the boiler room. Wolfgang Akire.
You know what? That makes sense.
What the hell are you talking about? Wolfgang, carrying a dangerous weapon? Bullshit!
Maybe not some bullshit.
Wolfgang received an anonymous message asking him to meet in a basement, all whilst in the middle of a killing game. At that point, it doesn't matter how much of an optimist he is. He'd know better than to come unarmed. Besides, if Diana is the one who got stabbed, it would explain the blood trail.
I wasn't stabbed. If
Uh-huh.
I was stabbed, then I'd have an injury. But there's nothing, right? There's nothing on me.
Depends. If a vein got nipped, you'd be seeing blood no matter the size of the cut.
Mhm.
Of course. That also means a small cut will need bandaging, which I'm not seeing on you.
You may not see any injuries on Diana, but that doesn't mean they aren't there.
Yeah, they could be on her stomach for all we know.
If she
Or,
wanted,
like, upper arm.
she could simply hide her injuries from view.
Yeah.
After all, someone like her has exactly what it takes.
Yeah, because her makeup artist. How did Diana hide her wounds? Diana's talent.
I got it. Her talent. As the ultimate cosmetologist, Diana could easily cover her wounds.
It makes sense. With the right equipment, she could probably disguise even a bandaged wound.
I have to agree.
Well, Diana, did I get anything wrong?
No. No. But
Wait.
Well,
Diana, did you just say no?
Yes, she did.
As in, no, you're not wrong that I covered up my wounds? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. You guys know what this means, right, guys?
Diana
basically just confessed!
Yeah.
A confession? Are you for real?
It makes sense, though, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Which means all that stuff about Wolfgang going to the boiler room, all that stuff really did happen.
Diana. She lured Wolfgang to the boiler room by writing him that note. And when he arrived, she attacked him and killed him. And now, she's been lying this entire trial, hoping we would never suspect her.
And I have since the beginning.
it wasn't me.
Oh, really? Oh, now you're lying.
I promise. It wasn't me.
You better cough up then.
To think she could preach about friendship after committing a violent crime.
That's so fucked!
Yep, it is, Kai.
Seriously, Diana? What the hell is your damage?
Oh no.
Can we at least hear Diana's side of the story?
What's her side of the story? That she fucking killed Wolfgang? Like, it's...
I just think it's fair we listened.
Look at the evidence. This case, it's closed. We know who the killer is. If you really want to ask for Diana's side of the story, then do it after the vote. No.
That's right, we have to vote for the killer. Diana, I've proven beyond a reasonable doubt that she's the killer. I've proven beyond a reasonable doubt, so...
No. No. No.
Why is it that when I hear her cry, I get this strange nagging feeling in my chest? What does a turning part of me want to believe the things she's saying? Why all of a sudden? Do I doubt myself? Oh great, oh my god.
Diana was the one who lured Wolfgang to the boiler room. Once he got there, she killed him immediately.
No, actually. Oh, that one. There we go. Okay.
Hold on. Grace, you're overlooking a crucial detail.
No.
He'd asked him to meet in the boiler room at 8:15 a.m.
Here.
But, according to the Tozu tablet, he died over an hour later at 9:35 a.m.
Search your best, yes.
That means Wolfgang didn't die right after he got to the boiler room. My point is that the killer had no reason to lure Wolfgang to the boiler room and then wait over an hour to kill him. When we originally discussed the note, we lacked the context to properly understand this time discrepancy. But if we go with your idea that Diana killed Wolfgang immediately, then that discrepancy becomes all too clear.
He was already on his way when I ran into him at 8:10 a.m. He must have arrived on time.
For that reason, we can assume Wolfgang was knocked unconscious soon after he arrived. But there's such a long period of time between him being knocked out and him being killed. Unless you want to tell me he and Diana were in an hour-long struggle, then I'm sure there's more to the mystery here.
Shut the fuck up!
Girl. Hey Grace, what's up?
What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you see this is a trick? All of Diana's blubbering and crying is just a farce to make us think she's innocent.
I wouldn't fall for a farce like that. My only concern is the evidence not adding up.
If you're still not convinced Diana is the killer, then let me show you something you overlooked. I call it undeniable fucking proof!
Yeah, sure. What things do I have? Oh, wait a minute.
I don't give a damn what Diana says!
What button is it? Oh god.
Only is she the one person without an alibi? Places her inside the exact same
Oh god, what the
room
fuck is the
where
button?
died.
Oh, there it is.
How can the killer be anyone but her?
Okay. Race is to. Okay, yeah. Oh, I did the cutting different, I guess.
Lured Wolfgang downstairs? Why would she take over an hour to kill him? It doesn't make sense. Not when there's a risk of someone else entering the boiler room.
Okay.
What risk? Diana wouldn't have to worry about anyone walking in because she could just lock the fucking door.
Oh, that was it.
Boom. Look at that. No intruders. Now take your argument and shove it up your ass. Walking in because she could just lock the fucking door.
Screw those words.
You're wrong. That doorknob, not right.
If Diana locked it, she would be trapping herself inside the boiler room.
What?
The doorknob has been flipped so that the keyhole faces inside, while the lock faces outside.
Sorry.
In that case, locking the door would lock everyone inside the room, not outside.
Or maybe,
so?
oh god, now I'm
Swapping the
suspecting
doorknob is
Ingrid.
easy. Well, last time I did anything like it was a while ago, but
Jet, don't
everyone here
incriminate
knows
yourself.
knobs are screwable, right? If you get a screwdriver and know what you're doing, you can rotate the doorknob quick smart.
If you can swap a doorknob, then I guess anyone can.
That's fucking word, Mark, but you
Right
know,
on.
pretty much
Is
is.
that why Diana remained in the boiler room after Wolfgang died? She had been locked inside?
What do you make of the footsteps then? If they were Diana's, it would imply she escaped the boiler room. How do you suppose she did that?
Diana's way is to escape the boiler room, huh? From the evidence in the boiler room, I'm fairly confident I can deduce a method. Yes, it's the fucking thing that I was saying. I was like, oh, what is this gonna be used for? Where is it? This.
This is it.
She picked the lock, so it took her like an hour somehow.
Theoretically, it would look like a hairpin.
Yeah.
Picking a lock with a hairpin. It can be done. It just takes a bit of practice.
How do you know that?
Diana
Okay.
had this hairpin inside her makeup bag. So, she used it to fiddle with the lock until it eventually came undone. Which, judging by the timing of her footsteps, happened late into the blackout.
Yeah.
Right. Even if Diana did access light, like through the Tozu trinket, undoing the lock would still be difficult.
In which case, that can only mean one thing. Why could Diana not leave the boiler room? Someone else locked the door?
I got it.
Who the fuck? Huh.
It doesn't make sense for Diana to rearrange the lock, enter the room, and deliberately trap herself inside. Which means someone else must have locked the door. I know this doesn't necessarily clear Diana's suspicion, but it's strange enough to warrant further investigation.
Oh, great. Okay.
Agreed. We could easily miss something important if we turn our noses away.
So, why did this mystery person close the door in the first place?
To frame Diana?
What if they saw the scuffle between Wolfie and Diana and closed the door to protect themselves?
Instead of seeking help? Or trying to stop the scuffle?
You say that like closing the door isn't exactly what you would do.
What kind of asshole do you take me for?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Unless two entirely different people just so happen to interfere with the boiler room at two entirely separate intervals. The one who locked the door is most likely the one who flipped it, yes? Then you should be wondering the same thing. How did they unscrew the doorknob without catching anyone's attention?
But what if the doorknob had been swapped beforehand? Say this person knew Wolfgang and Diana were coming to the boiler room. They could have swapped the knob in advance, waited for Diana and Wolfgang to enter, and then closed and locked the door.
So the flipping of the doorknob was premeditated?
With what
Probably.
we
Oh
know,
god, it's not Diana, isn't
I'd
it?
wager it's
I
our
was here
safest
giving her
assumption.
all shit. Oh no.
At least.
Diana, since you were the last person with Wolfgang, your testimony could be our most valuable piece of evidence yet. If not for me, or for you, then at the very least, do it for Wolfgang's sake.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Really?
I'm really
Or why are you
I
crying?
wanted to help. I wanted to make everything okay.
Uh-huh.
But all I could do was be useless.
Uh-huh.
All I could do was watch him die.
So do you know who killed him, or?
It's all my fault. All my fault. For doing the wrong thing.
So is this a confession, or...?
No!
Okay.
I didn't kill Wolfgang. And I don't know who did.
Okay.
But if I told the truth, things would be worse than they already are.
Oh great.
But now that I've said nothing...
Apparently.
It's okay, sweetheart. Come on now, take deep breaths.
Yeah, we'll believe you no matter what you say.
All of y'all accused her, by the way, for like 5 seconds before this. Because of one girl, I've been downing myself and jumping from one argument to another. If I can't piece together my own thoughts, how can I possibly piece together this case? I need to get a grip on myself. I need to keep sight of myself and the goal of this killer. Whatever is thrown at me next, I need to persevere. Because if I don't, if everyone else here votes wrong, I won't leave this place alive. Oh shit! What's happening?
Has all this murder hubbub left your head in a tizzy?
Sure,
Perhaps you need a
Tozu.
short break.
Yeah.
Something to lighten the mood and let you collect yourself.
Is there a theater?
Something like a nice cup of tea.
Uh-huh.
Welcome, one and all.
What the fuck is this?
First episode of Tozu's Tea Time.
Okay.
If you haven't already, please sit back and relax.
Okay.
Here, we do not use our brains,
Oh.
but deal only in gossip.
Okay, or Tozu.
A question from me to you.
What's up?
What are sheep good at, if anything.
Eating.
Most humans, and some sheep, tend to respond with a resounding absolutely nothing.
I said eating, but
Sheep
you know.
cannot create art or invent medicine.
Uh-huh.
For goodness sake, they can't even perform music. Their limited speech and quadrupedal locomotion prevents them from reaching the heights of humans. They're practically glued to the lower echelons of the food chain.
Okay,
No
well,
matter
yeah.
how hard sheep may try, they will never be anything more than their number tags. I can't say I like that answer. Too pessimistic for me.
I said something weird, but you know.
Plus, what of the sheep who still try? The sheep who realize their fate but continue to challenge it all the same. That they can be so determined to prove their worth. When humans have all but deemed them microwavable meals.
Oh, ooh, okay.
Isn't that something admirable?
Sure.
What a shame our sheep had to be so misguided.
Oh, who's our sheep? Damon? What are we talking about?
Ah, it seems that's about all the time we have.
Okay.
Thank you again for attending Tozu's Tea Time.
I got you, fam.
No need for extravagant farewells. I've an inkling you'll be back for tea sooner than you can say Jack Robinson.
Who the fuck is
Who's
that?
Jack Robinson? I have no
Okay,
idea.
you can hear me. Alright,
Ta-ta.
Tozu. Bye, Tozu. You have fun. Oh, okay.
Diana, now's your chance to defend yourself.
Where do I even start, though?
How the bitch got murdered, I don't know.
Why I went there? It was... 'cause of a note.
Oh.
A note?
I never got to see who. I just heard a knock. And when I walked over, there was a note under my door.
I
Okay.
don't remember any of this.
It was midday-ish, and you weren't there at the time.
Okay.
And I didn't show you the note later because, well, I'll just read you what it said.
Diana, as you are aware, it is our obligation to speak with those whose blackmail we have obtained. After receiving your blackmail and reading the information disclosed in it, I believe a meeting between the two of us is warranted. In 2 days' time, please come to the underground boiler room at 8:45 a.m. Make sure to arrive promptly and close the door behind you. To avoid discourse, do not show anyone this letter. Do not approach me about it either, even in private. There's always a chance someone can hear. Wolfgang.
Wolfie wrote this?
Wolfgang.
Well, now I'm suspecting it's Grace, to be honest. I don't know what.
have Jean's?
Hold on a sec. If you take a closer look, the handwriting on that note, doesn't it resemble the handwriting on Wolfgang's note?
Uh-huh. Who writes in cursive? Let me go look. Hold on. Jean writes in cursive, but that's not the type of cursive. Toshiko also writes in cursive. Mark, what the fuck? At least that's how I write. You're dead. What the fuck is that, Desmond? Oh my god. Luis writes in cursive. Kai writes in cursive, but he doesn't. Grace writes in cursive. Goddamn. Let me go look at that real quick. I don't know.
Then
Well,
someone else was posing as Wolfgang?
no
The
shit.
killer, most likely.
Uh-huh.
They must have thought his word was the only one Diana would follow.
I didn't want to show this note earlier. Because I was scared of how people would try to twist it.
Mhm.
Like saying I faked the note, or that I decided to kill because of it.
Uh-huh.
I thought it would be better to just stay quiet. I
Alright.
just
What the fuck?
didn't want to disappoint Wolfgang. In case he really did write the note. Which was why I left my room around 8:40 a.m. and went downstairs. I did find the boiler room door hanging open a little bit. But I didn't think much of it.
What did you see inside the boiler room?
The boiler room was really dark.
Uh-huh.
So the first thing I noticed was actually the security camera light. My eyes
Okay.
had to take a few seconds to adjust to everything else. But I
Oh, shit.
finally saw him.
Yep. Wolfgang.
Wolfgang was lying in the
Hey.
water, making these weird noises.
Uh-huh.
It didn't seem like he'd even notice me entering the room. Not until... Wolfgang?
He's
Hearing
fine.
his name
Oh.
seemed to snap him out of his trance, because he slowly rose to his feet.
Okay.
Wolfgang, are you okay?
It's you.
Oh god, you look a mess,
Huh?
bitch. Ooh.
I can't believe it. I really am finally meeting you.
What do you mean?
Oh. Ooh.
Please forgive me. Please forgive me for what I've become.
Okay.
Wolfgang?
Despite how hard I tried, how much I wanted it to be true,
Huh.
I could never become you.
What are you okay?
Always be a failure.
Is this bitch high? What the fuck's going on?
It's okay, Wolfgang. Look! There's stairs over here. Come over here and we can get out.
I would have left
I have
long
no idea
before
if he
this,
didn't hear
Diana,
me.
or, you know.
Or if he was just ignoring me. Okay. I'll get closer to you then.
Diana, you dumb bitch. Why would you do that?
I went over to the ledge of the platform. The part where the fence had a gap. Just take my hand, okay? And I'll pull you out. He slowly stumbled over. And he held my hand.
Okay.
I didn't really think I could pull him out. I just wanted to be there for him.
Girl.
It was the best I could do. Because I didn't want to enter the water.
Why?
Staying on the platform felt so much safer. And I really, really hate that it did. It's okay, Wolfgang.
Is it supposed to be lagging this much?
We'll-
I don't know.
Get through this together, alright?
Sure. Yeah.
I was looking at him when I said that. I was looking right at him. But somehow...
Ooh. Wolf? Okay.
Somehow I didn't think to react.
To what? Oh.
When he reached inside his blazer.
Oh. Oh, he tried. Oh, he's coming for you, girl. Oh God.
Bring her back.
Oh crap, this bitch is crazy.
Her.
Oh, this bitch is crazy. Oh.
I tried to leave the room, but the door was locked. I started looking around for things to defend myself with. And that's when I saw the gun.
Oh.
Taser gun? Did you use it?
But what? Who orchestrated this?
I took the taser, and I aimed it at Wolfgang, and I...
You killed the bitch, is what you did.
I couldn't do it.
Oh.
I couldn't shoot him. I just backed away from him.
Okay. Bitch looks crazy, guys. Oh my
I couldn't
God.
understand anything. Why was this happening to me? Why was I being attacked?
Girl, I don't
Why
know.
can't I do anything to...
Is that just okay? Okay. Alright. I guess it is supposed to be like this.
Like you.
Okay.
I'll never be like you. I won't give up until the world knows. I won't give up.
Is this bitch okay? I don't.
Until everyone knows me as.
Oh.
All of a sudden, everything turned white. Everything in front of me.
Ooh.
Except Wolfgang. In those few seconds, he became pitch black. And then, so did everything else.
How the fuck you get out?
Even though I didn't see Wolfgang fall over, I heard it.
Okay.
His body cracking against the pavement,
Ooh.
and his knife falling into the water. I waited for the gasp of pain, for him to groan or mumble or say something. But there was nothing. There was just me and the silence.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
What the fuck?
Okay,
That
fine.
man attacked you?
Apparently.
This is getting too much for me, bros. I think I'm gonna faint.
I don't give a fuck what you're about to do. What happened?
Why was he so violent towards her? It's like he became an entirely different person.
That's the outlaw.
How'd you manage to escape the boiler room after all that?
Her hand is going through the podium, by the way.
By picking the door's lock. Well, my supply bag. I remembered the spare hairpins I always kept inside, so I felt around the bag and dug one out. To be honest, I have no idea how I managed to unlock the door. The whole thing was repeated trial and error.
And you just somehow managed to get it open? That's kind of crazy.
Now we know why it took so long for her to escape.
The door's lock was on the outside. So, someone must have set the lock before I came downstairs, so that when I closed the door, I'd be trapped.
As for why the killer locked the door to begin with.
It was to frame Diana, right?
Yep.
Right. The killer made Diana trap herself inside the boiler room, so they could kill Wolfgang in front of her, and force her to remain by his body.
If the tournament folk found Diana, they would have been playing right into the killer's hands.
Diana, I'm curious to know. Did you unlock the door before or after the tournament attendees arrived downstairs?
Probably after.
Like, when I opened the door, there were already people walking down the stairs. Obviously, I couldn't stay inside the boiler room. If anyone saw me close to Wolfgang's body, it would look really bad. The hallway was a bit easier to make out in the dark, so I walked over to a wall bordering one of the storage closets and hid behind it, and stayed as quiet as possible. I was still bleeding a little from Wolfgang's cut, though. And some of that blood ended up dripping onto the floor around me.
It's the blood on the underground floor! It's all coming together!
Cassidy, this is not something you need to be so happy about, girl, because...
This was shortly before us tournament goers split up. And you made a run for it, yeah?
Down the hallway, up the stairs, and then as quietly as possible into my room. Since everything was still really dark, I had to patch myself using the Tozu Trinket's projection as my light.
Why did Wolfgang attack you for no reason?
I wouldn't say it was for no reason.
I think the bitch got drugged, so...
Wolfgang's actions may look random from an outsider's perspective. Well, judging by his behavior, it seems like he saw something which shook him to his core.
Like, there was something in the room that Diana didn't see?
A ghost.
I don't believe John meant it in a literal sense.
Yeah, it was a ghost. Okay.
You mean he had been hallucinating?
On drugs.
What did Wolfgang hallucinate for him to turn out the way Diana described?
Drugs.
Of course, these hallucinations don't just happen out of the blue. More often than not, they're substance-induced.
Drugs!
Substance-induced?
Yeah, drugs.
Just say Wolfgang took a hallucinogenic.
It would explain why Wolfgang mostly stayed in one place.
I
Sure.
reckon the killer knocked Wolfgang unconscious in order to drag him into the water, but knew he would eventually wake up again. So they drugged him with something which would basically make him despondent.
I've never heard of that word before.
Came from
The pharmacy. The pharmacy.
I knew exploring it was a bad idea.
It? What's this it we're talking about?
Cassidy, you can't be this sound, can you?
The pharmacy, obviously.
Thank you, Kai.
And don't say Wolfgang drugged himself. Who wants to be tortured by demons?
You'd be surprised, but you know, again, control.
If we know where the perpetrator got their chemicals, I guess our next step is figuring how they did the drugging.
They knocked him out with a pen, injured it with a fucking syringe or something. Gonna do
I'm the
chat.
kind of person who knows someone back to front the moment I meet them.
Okay.
If you haven't already realized, I've gone and read this killer like an open book.
I don't believe you.
You're the last person I trust to reach a correct conclusion.
Me too, Wanana, honestly. The question is, how did the killer drug him? The stuff from the pharmacy, you know, stuff from Toshiko.
I bet the killer took a pill
Okay.
and forced Wolfgang to swallow it.
Just...
There we go. Okay. Whoa! You're so right, Mark. I like your hat.
It's clear to see what it really is.
Well,
A
anyway.
puncture wound.
Yeah.
If Wolfgang got drugged a little after 8:15 a.m., and was already feeling the effects when Diana arrived at 8:45 a.m. Then we're dealing with something which entered his bloodstream in under 30 minutes. Any normal pill would have taken, probably an hour to dissolve.
Here, you'll get
That's
better
probably
soon,
another
man.
reason why the killer knocked Wolfgang unconscious. It would have been incredibly difficult to inject him if he was still moving around.
I'm still moving around.
Sorry.
But if this all happened a few minutes after 8:15 a.m., doesn't that make it impossible to pin a suspect?
Wrong!
Everybody's got an alibi for that time.
Wrong!
I mean, Damon and I were in my dorm room, and the other party people...
8:15 a.m. Yeah, I was already in the dining hall with Jet, Mark, and Eva.
Not the prep fortress for this game, but you know.
Morning announcement and spent the rest of the hour with Jean.
When Nona and I were in our dorm room together.
And me and Eloise were already sitting down in the courtyard.
Toshiko was giving me the medication she grabbed from the pharmacy.
And that's how we incriminate her, apparently.
Someone here must be lying.
With a generator.
He has an alibi for 8:15 a.m. Is it possible the killer never actually attacked Wolfie at that time?
Ingrid, do you remember what you said when we couldn't figure out who stole Desmond's taser?
Oh, what? To a girl?
You suggested we switch subjects and discuss Wolfgang's injuries instead, which we did. As a result, we ended up unraveling more about the case than if we had stuck to the original topic. Right now, we're at a dead end. If we can't get any more leads out of this current discussion, then that's a sign to switch our focus.
Generator.
We want to take another look at Diana's testimony.
Mine?
The flash of white Diana described must have been the generator exploding, with the darkness afterwards being the blackout.
The generator has nothing to do with Wolfgang's death. Its wires weren't touching the water.
Wrong.
Indeed. Which is why the murder weapon is the taser gun.
No.
Diana said
Why are
she
you
never
sweating,
used the
Toshiko?
taser, though.
She's lying!
What? That's not true! I never fired the gun!
It's all good. I believe you. Sure, nobody can dispute the gun was fired. What can be disputed, though, is when it got fired.
All
What? So the taser gun isn't the murder weapon?
No.
If Wolfgang wasn't killed with the taser gun or the generator, what other options are we left with?
The only proof Diana never shot the taser is her own word. All the evidence supporting your version of events is circumstantial. The note you showed us? That could be a fake alibi you made for yourself.
Oh, hold on.
That
It'll
just
be
mean the same person tricked them?
There's no proof Diana never wrote the notes. There's only her word to go by.
I get what you're saying. But if we run with the idea that Diana was the one waiting for Wolfgang all the way back at 8:15 a.m., then we're stuck with the issue we had last time. Why did Diana wait over an hour to kill him?
Diana claims she didn't write the notes, and she claims she didn't shoot the gun. But where's the hard proof she didn't do any of these things?
The answer lies in what destroyed the generator.
So we have to figure out what destroyed the generator?
I know what destroyed it.
What should we do? All right, everyone. Let's put our thinking hats on. If we work together, we'll unravel this mystery for sure. Ready? On your... Go!
Shush. Okay.
Nothing besides the taser was in...
Okay. Yeah! There was shrapnel, bitch. Honorable shrapnel, but you know.
You say nothing, but the taser could have been involved in the murder. But there's one possibility you didn't consider. The shrapnel in the water. Due to their proximity to the generator, it's safe to assume the two are connected.
I like
Could
him
that just be
too.
debris left by the generator?
Except this debris is a completely different color and lacks the rust the generator has accumulated. We're obviously looking at the remnants of something else, which means an object we haven't yet identified was caught in the explosion.
And floating near it was another out-of-place item. This extension cord!
This is it.
Okay, finally that comes into play. Jesus Christ.
In the water was also an extension cord.
Yep, which I've been harping about for like the past hour, but you know.
The building's extension cord supply seems to be kept inside storage closet D.
It was hard to make out much of it in the dark. And after the power came on, Kai came screaming for us to leave our closets. But I do recall seeing some extension cords peeking out from behind a shelf.
Yes, you, Sean. Thank you.
How did they need an extension cord for?
To cause the explosion to
Perhaps something
grace.
involving the generator, given its proximity to the cord.
Same thing with the red bits, even though we don't know what they are.
The one thing that mysterious shrapnel might be related to, the smell. Hold on. Where is it? Smell.
This is it.
Look at me go. Ah! Sorry.
Hold that thought. We may be able to identify the shrapnel using context clues.
Yep.
During the investigation, there was a strange smell permeating the boiler room. The best way to describe the scent would be if you mix cereal and alcohol together.
I don't know how it smells like, but you know, hey.
'Tis a sign a chemical reaction was at play. Chemical reactions can produce some pretty pungent odors. Usually something to the tune of alcohol mixed with cereal, or fruits, or eggs. I noticed the smell going into the investigation, but it had completely slipped my mind.
Really? Oh my god.
Could it be a chemical reaction was caused by the taser?
The gun never touched the water. There's no reason for it to be the source of the smell. If the chemical reaction can't be explained by what we already know, like the
Look at us in the back.
or the taser
Standing there menacingly.
we need to consider the possibility that the explanation is the one piece of evidence still evading us, the shrapnel. I know it sounds like a stretch, but if you follow this line of reasoning, a lot more questions start getting answered. Think about it. If the smell and shrapnel are linked, then whatever object the shrapnel belongs to must contain chemicals.
So we're looking for a metal object.
Yes.
Which is also packed with chemicals?
Surely something like that would be kept inside the pharmacy.
When we originally visited the pharmacy, I recorded everything I saw. A bright red metal object would have definitely caught my eye, but I don't see one written here.
Okay, well great. Well, fuck, we're fucked. I don't know. Could it be? Could the shrapnel actually be remnants of the unique device that guy boasted about having in his room? The only way to know for sure is to put you on the spot. I have one guess and one guess only, and it's... Where is he? Jet?
It has to be you!
Oh.
Jet, I need to ask you something.
Okay.
What's up?
Can you tell me what's inside your dorm room?
Like, a full-on list?
Preferably, yeah.
I got a pretty gnarly collection of parts and accessories.
Okay.
Blind spot mirrors, lithium batteries, wheels, spare brakes, you name it. Cool! So, why'd you want to know? Unless... Wait, I'm not being suspected, am I? No. Don't try to rope me into this, bro.
Oh,
I
God.
got nothing to do with the murder.
He's struggling.
Oh. You have an alibi. The only reason I ask is because that mysterious red shrapnel may be the remnants of one of your lithium batteries.
Okay.
A lithium battery might explain the smell in the air.
And lithium, that's an explosive substance. If it made contact with water, gosh, you'd be left with a mess and a half.
Wouldn't someone have heard an explosion though?
I did.
We did, actually.
Right before we lost power.
Oi, that's right. That was a burn.
You forgot about that, Grace? Okay.
Wait! I remember hearing it too.
Everyone forgot about it.
I
Okay.
assumed the generator made the noise somehow. But if Jet's car batteries contain an explosive substance...
Hey, Jet, were your batteries bright red at all?
Okay.
Maybe?
You don't know for sure?
Oh my god. Jet!
The packaging isn't red, I can tell you that. But
my God.
The actual batteries? Yeah, I got nothing.
So it can't be proven beyond a reasonable
Get some good rest.
Pretty much.
Well, what's the reaction time of a lithium battery?
I don't know.
A lithium battery would be an almost instantaneous reaction, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Lithium isn't a metal I've worked with, but it got beat into my head never to mix it with substances it doesn't like.
Okay. If the reaction is instantaneous, then the battery would have entered the water only seconds before the generator exploded. According to Diana's testimony, when the explosion happened, she was still holding the taser gun. In which case, who threw the battery into the water?
We can rule out Wolfgang, since the Blackens can only be a student who kills another student. And Diana.
It was only Diana and Wolfgang in the boiler room. So unless Diana herself was the one to throw the battery, then the battery can't play a part in the murder.
I
I didn't throw the battery. I promise.
There may still be another way for the battery to enter the water, and until I figure that out, I won't settle for a culprit just yet. Ah, shit. It has to be one of these two,
The
right?
battery clearly couldn't have fallen from somewhere.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh.
No. The battery
No, that's
might
wrong.
actually have fallen from the generator.
Eh? What makes you say that?
The shrapnel's position in front of the generator suggests there's a correlation between the two.
Okay.
However, it's unlikely Diana threw the battery at the generator. If the battery hadn't been thrown, the only other possibility is that it fell down into the water. And considering the layout of the boiler room, what else could the battery fall off of? Except the generator.
Are you saying the battery was sitting on top of the generator?
Not on top, but maybe. Hanging. What position was the battery in? Teetering. Suspended! I don't know, girl. Okay, cool. If the battery was suspended by something, then the presence of that item starts to make a lot more sense. Where's the extension cord?
This is it.
Okay, thank God. It's shit! I thought I was gonna be wrong.
If the cord and battery were tied together at the time of the generator's explosion, it would explain why half of the cord had been burned away.
Okay.
I don't see how weaving a cord into the mix is any more beneficial than leaving it out. If anything, the cord adds extra weight.
Which would be especially inconvenient for Diana, because her arm is bleeding.
Right. It wouldn't benefit Diana to hold the cord. So, what if she didn't? Something else may have been.
Why is
supporting the
Toshiko acting
cord
so
instead.
weird? Huh? Something like... Oh god, what was it? What was the question? What was holding the cord? An object?
I got it.
Okay, I was about to say, my first reaction was, maybe a third person? No.
If the battery was on its own, the killer tossed it in. If the battery was wrapped with a cord, the killer held the other end of the cord. But in the same way something else can hold the battery, can't something else also hold the cord?
It's
Are you talking about something which could keep the cord in place?
Something to keep the cord in place. If I imagine the cord and battery, it's tied around in front of the generator in the same spot where the shrapnel will surface. The vent.
This is it.
Okay, cool. Sure, whatever. I think I clicked from the vent.
Killer tied the cord to the vent.
If the boiler room and the dining hall are separated by one vent, does this make the wallpaper thin, or...?
Oh my god.
There's two vents. The boiler room vent and the dining hall vent. Both are connected via a small ventilation shaft. I was able to get a close look at the boiler room vent after Ava and I woke up, which is why I know these details.
How close is close for someone under 6 foot?
Okay, fuck you.
Ava helped me reach the vent.
But then...
Anyway, if the killer tied one end of the cord to the vent and the other end around the battery, they could suspend the battery over the generator.
You say the killer tied one end of the cord to the vent and the other end to the battery. However, indoor extension cords are much longer than regular cords. They can be upwards of 9 or more meters in length.
What the fuck's
as
a
opposed to
meter?
The average cord's 2 meters. If the killer wanted to tie the battery to the cord's other end, they would be tying it to something which is already submerged in water.
The killer can have greatly reduced the strength of the cord by doing that. By cutting it or fraying it somehow. Cutting the cord a little bit.
Cut the cord using what exactly?
Girl. Wrapping the cord around battery?
I got it.
Okay, sure, whatever. What? Fuck it.
The extension cord is if the killer wanted the battery to be secure, they need to wrap a lot of cord around it. Probably to the point there wouldn't be much spare cord remaining.
How do you even submerge the battery into the water under those circumstances?
All the killer would need to is utilize is a certain aspect of the boiler room. Bitch, what? I'm quite frankly confused.
This is it.
Sure, the vent again. I don't. Okay.
Part of my inspection included opening the vent to get a better look at the other side.
The vent can be opened?
Yes.
Not all the way, but far enough for the vent to cause a domino effect if then closed. If we assume the vent must be open for the battery to remain a safe distance above the water, we end up with a pulley system.
Okay.
To prevent the battery from entering the water, The vent is literally pulling the entire cord backwards. A lightweight battery definitely isn't heavy enough to pull one shut. It takes an actual person to close one, which is great for the killer, because it means they get to maintain full control over when the battery enters the water. If they close the vent, the cord should slide forward and submerge the battery into the water. When that happens, the boiler room water becomes electrified by the battery's components, which in turn causes electricity to pass directly into the body of Wolfgang, who is standing in the water.
Exactly which vent is the cord being tied to?
The boiler room vent.
Funny. Earlier, you said there's a small vent shaft connecting the boiler room vent to the dining hall vent. Assuming the killer is operating this trap from outside the boiler room, since we know there were only ever 2 people in that room, how would they even be able to reach the boiler room vent? Like you said, there's a separate vent in front of it.
Oh my god.
The killer never tied the cord to the boiler room vent. They tied the cord to the dining hall vent.
Oh my
That just
god.
creates the same problem as before, but reversed. Instead of the dining hall vent making it hard to close the boiler room vent, it's the boiler room vent making it hard to reach the dining hall vent.
All the killer needs to do is fit the extension cord between the grates of the boiler room vent.
If you can fit your fingers between the grates, there's no damn way you can't fit a cord.
Exactly. After which, you could slide the cord through the ventilation shaft and out the opposite end for the killer to then go and tie to the...
Actually...
Oh, hi, Ulysses. Ah, shit, I have to do another one of these things. Okay, let's just get this over with.
Hello?
What is it now?
There's something I still don't understand about your theory.
What is it, Ulysses?
It's to do with the logistics of the cord.
The logistics?
Its size.
We're back to discussing this again. Never mind, I'll find a way to combat his argument, just like I've done countless times already. Okay,
I understand the boiler room vent can be opened.
Okay.
Maybe not all the way, but enough to fit an extension cord through. What's bothering me, however, is that the boiler room vent was closed during the investigation.
Okay.
Which means it must have been closed during the murder.
Shit!
There were...
And this advances me. Thank God!
I don't see a problem here. The killer doesn't even need to open that vent, because they could simply slide the cord between the grates.
Indoor extension cords may be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't. How can the killer fit both those plugs between the gaps in the vent grate? Either the boiler room vent was never involved, or it was open at some point, and someone else closed it. That is my issue.
Ah! Fuck you, bitch! Eat my dick! Sorry.
Be thin, but the plugs on either side of them aren't.
Okay, god damn. Everything hurts. I hate that so much.
If you insert the cord through the boiler room vent first, it's possible to fit the cord through. You just need to start with the internal plug. The cords in storage closet D have a slim internal end. Once the killer ties the cord
okay, my bad.
dining hall vent, presumably with a knot.
A knot? Ooh, I'm
cord
sorry.
Won't be at risk of sliding back out either.
How'd you figure all this out from some shrapnel and an extension cord? This is crazy.
At the same time, what he's describing sounds plausible.
Since the battery was suspended over the generator, it's no surprise the machine ended up the way it did. Fortunately for Diana, she was safe by virtue of remaining on the platform. I imagine that was also the killer's intention.
If the killer is someone who needed access to the vent, and needed to be operating from the dining hall,
well, Laura, back to
everyone who attended
A
the tournament
suspects.
is a suspect.
What?
Well,
no way!
What are the tournament attendees as the killer? Damn, how did I not realize sooner? The fact the killer could even access the vent means they must have been in the dining hall at the time of Wolfgang's
We
murder.
can reduce it down to 8 people. Damon, Kai, Grace, Eva, Cassidy...
Well, it's not me or
Jed,
Kai, so we're playing the game.
and John.
It was probably Cassidy.
Uh.
She set the whole thing up.
Hey, I was only trying to improve the mood.
It wasn't me. I was playing a game with Damon when the lights went out.
I had to play music.
Me too.
You never touched my equipment.
I meant I was watching Kai and Damon play.
I was spectating as well.
Me too.
Me 3, and Cass 2, I think.
Oh god.
I was too focused on the game to remember who was or wasn't there.
I don't even remember, to be honest.
If everyone's telling the truth, then all 8 of y'all were crowded round the same spot?
Near the right wall where the TV was set up. It's also the furthest wall from the vent.
Oh my god.
Seems like someone is lying again.
Well, I never got a good look at the others. I can still deduce their general positions and if they were near me, from whether or not I heard them. Think. Who and what did I hear back then? Oh, it was you. The only person I never heard was you. Oh, I don't even know, dude. I have a feeling I know who it is, but I don't remember if I heard her or not. Ava?
It has to be you!
Ooh.
The killer is Ava.
Okay, Kai, calm down.
Ava's the only one whose position I can't account for. Mark was mixing a track at the time Kai and I were playing the game. So I know he must have been stationed at his pad. And everyone else? I remember hearing their voices over the sound of the game. Everyone. Except Ava.
Ooh.
In fact, the last I saw her, she was standing in the corner of the room with the vent.
Oh man! And the reason no one heard it is because the music was too loud!
I was just doing what I was told.
No one's blaming you. We're all in on Eva.
Care to contribute anything, Eva?
Okay.
I didn't flip the vent.
Oh, wow, okay.
Damon says you did.
Damon says a lot of things.
Okay, Eva.
While you aren't technically wrong, I don't think that counts as an argument.
His theory is full of plot holes.
Okay.
He just refuses to point them out.
What plot holes?
Elaborate.
The cord.
What?
In retrospect, you were so quick to accuse me that you overlooked a huge problem with the cord.
And what was the
If I'm the
problem?
killer, how did I dispose of it?
Trick question. You left the cord tied to the vent.
What then? It unraveled by itself and fell into the water?
Yeah. You got me there.
How did Ava get rid of the cord? I'm sure it's possible. If she knew how to untie it at the right time. When did Ava untie the cord? During the blackout.
I got it.
I don't know how that
To
works.
dispose of the cord.
Oh, right, no.
Just
Oh,
untied it
I was
during
thinking the wrong thing. Oh my god.
Being the one
Apparently.
who set the trap, Ava could have easily practiced untying the knot in advance. Or she just made it a really simple knot.
If Ava untied the cord, did it also fall into the water?
Yes, yeah.
His testimony says as much.
It was there. It
During your
was.
confrontation with Wolfgang, you recounted hearing certain sounds when you first recounted the story. You said it was the sound of the knife hitting the water, but why would a thin knife make such a big splash?
Then, do you think...
What really caused that sound was probably the extension cord falling into the water.
Oh god, Diana and Grace were probably going to room together, weren't they?
The kid who lied about her talents and tried to lie about the Tozy trinkets. I should have known.
Grace.
I should have known only Eva fucking Sadaka would kill Wolfgang!
You're right that Eva's lied to us several times already.
But she's just a mathlete. How
Okay.
did someone like her come up with something this complicated?
Her talent would give her the upper hand in all that measurement nonsense.
The sheer volume of items Eva had to steal. She's been under heavy suspicion these past few days. How did she sneak into Jet and Desmond's rooms without being noticed?
It's impossible. Wolfgang even got mad at me for being late to the dining hall by a few minutes. And anyway,
Okay,
how
Mark.
could I enter the cord through the boiler room vent when I can't even reach the top of the generator? If anything, you should be suspicious of the taller students.
I understand why people are doubtful, but I can't let this conversation continue like this. Eva did in fact have a way to reach the vent. All she had to use were the boxes. Oh, those boxes. What the fuck?
This is it.
I didn't even see those boxes. Okay.
Ava, to reach the top of the generator, you simply stood on one of the boxes.
I feel like me pressing the other boxes should have done the same thing, but you
It's
know.
already.
She would have known about those boxes in advance, too. Since she explored the boiler room with you ahead of time.
Okay, I could have used the boxes, to reach the top of the generator. And I could have fit the cord through both vents if I inserted the right plug. I can do both of those things without attracting suspicion. What I can't do without attracting suspicion is opening the vent.
Oh my God.
The dining hall one. Based on what Damon's saying, it needs to be opened for the killer's trap to work. But opening it during the tournament is asking to be caught, and opening it before the tournament is useless because Jet, Cassidy, and Mark would see it while setting up.
If there was an open vent with a cord tied to it, I would have noticed for sure.
Now that Eva mentions it, I'm pretty sure the vent was closed during setup.
Was closed?
There's no way I can execute this trap without being caught. It's a stupid trap anyway. All the cord and vent stuff is too complicated. There's a billion ways it could go wrong. Damon's just making stuff up. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
What the? That's bullshit.
Can it, you four-eyed troll?
Oh.
You can't talk your way out of this one.
Okay, Grace. Shit. You know.
Don't you fucking try and tell me otherwise.
Okay, girl. Calm down. Alright, fucking. Let me sit up for this.
I just have.
Okay, there we go. No, that's wrong, you bitch.
No. It's no coincidence you were at the game tournament. In fact, it's not even a coincidence the tournament took place during the murder.
She was the one who suggested it.
To notice this earlier. But the killer timed the tournament so it would grant them an alibi for the murder.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you accusing me of murder again?
Jet, who the fuck is talking to you?
Except neither of you played a role in determining what time the tournament would be held. The only person to determine that was Ava.
Yeah. When I was training my talent, I did most of my studying at 9 AM. And I am turning, huh? Would it be the first time? Screw it, let's do 9 AM. 1 hour after the morning announcement.
Ava knew she would be in the dining hall tomorrow. So when Cassidy announced the tournament, she realized it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity
to suck some.
To create an alibi for herself. Since Ava knew about the tournament, she could time the setup of her trap accordingly.
So to answer your question on what neither Cassidy nor Mark knows the open vent, when I think back on what Cassidy told me earlier today, before the tournament began, I can discern exactly when Ava opened the vent. Oh, what the fuck she say earlier? Oh my god. After setting up Mark's equipment. After breakfast, actually.
Ava opened.
Shit! God damn, I'm so bad at this. After stacking the furniture.
I got it.
My god, I'm so bad at this.
Cassidy, you told me Ava approached you yesterday and asked to help set up the tournament. What exactly did she say?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Eva wanted to see
our
what
fucking
sort
time,
of equipment
Cassidy.
the tournament needed. After I showed her Mark's stuff and told her we were redecorating the dining hall, she offered to help.
Back when this conversation happened, you still hadn't decided what time you were going to start redecorating, right?
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing.
How?
It really helped me out, though. She said she would stack the dining hall furniture we weren't going to use later that night. Afterwards, we could focus purely on arranging the technical stuff in the morning.
All right. Then tell me what happened last night.
Jet, Mark, Eva, and I came to the dining hall at around 8:40 p.m. probably. We stacked the table and the dining chairs against the left wall, and the sofas we moved to the middle of the room, maybe a little more to the right. Then we all went back to our dorms. Well, I was kind of hungry, so I stayed back a few minutes before leaving.
Hold the phone.
Let me.
Those sofa chairs were moved to the middle of the room. Why did I see one over in the corner this morning?
Because Eva pushed it there.
Oh my god. Okay.
I never thought it was weird or anything. Some people just like sticking to the walls of rooms, you know?
We're talking about the sofa in the upper left corner, aye?
Yeah.
The one next to the coffee table.
Sure. Bob.
Yo, when the power went out, I'm pretty sure Damon ran over to that corner to look through. Yeah, a vent!
Did she move the chair there so it would be easier to reach the vent later?
Why would I when Cassidy just said the vent was closed during setup?
Because you were covering for yourself in advance. The vent may not have been open at the time, but I'm willing to bet that's because you were still creating your trap.
Hey, can we backtrack a little?
About what?
Like, to before all this Ava talk? It's to do with the chair's position.
Okay.
You guys keep saying it was in front of the vent, but Damon stood in front of the vent during the blackout. If the chair was in the position you all say it was, it should have blocked him from crouching in front of the vent.
Ava probably just moved it during the blackout.
That's Yukai.
Before the blackout, it was positioned with its back to the left wall. However, when I ran over to the vent, the chair was suddenly pushed up against the northern wall, out of the vent's range. I'm guessing she hoped people would misremember its position. They think it was always along the northern wall.
Oh, man. So I totally fell for it?
Yes, you did, you dumb bitch! I'm sorry, I love it.
I also remember seeing a speaker in that corner.
A speaker?
Yeah, about that. This morning, Jet, Mark, and I arrived at the dining hall a little after 8 a.m. Then Eva came a few minutes later. She helped us put together Mark's equipment, which was stationed in the lower right corner of the room. And then she volunteered to place speakers around the room while Jet and I set up the TV next to the fireplace.
Okay.
Moving a speaker near the vent. Did Eva do that to drown out Diana and Wolfgang's scuffle?
Apparently.
And in turn exacerbate
I don't know what the fuck's
effects of
happening
the other
anymore.
Speakers.
Eva entered the dining hall at 8:10 a.m., right? So, wouldn't it be impossible for her to knock out Lawyer Man at 8:15 a.m.?
Why say look? Never mind.
But it's possible she actually arrived much later, since there's
Why?
no clock in the dining hall.
Oh.
He just couldn't have known. In fact, that might be why Ava seemed so eager to arrange Mark's equipment in the morning.
Okay.
Upon realizing it had a clock, she wanted to ensure it would only be powered on after she arrived.
All these steps combined created a pulley system, which could only be triggered by closing the dining hall vent.
Yeah, okay.
No one has explained how I closed the dining hall vent.
Magic!
Obviously, I didn't do it during the blackout. According to Damon, the blackout can only happen after the vent is closed. So, I must have stood up, gone behind the chair, and closed the vent during the tournament. That's stupid. Someone is definitely going to notice that sort of conspicuous movement.
It was right. Sitting up would look really suspicious. Which is exactly why she used that to circumvent the problem. Almost. What the fuck? Shit! The DJ equipment. That's not one. The game.
Hey, the tournament equipment is innocent. It was on the...
What do you mean suggest? I don't know what's happening! The chair! I don't know!
This is it.
Oh, okay, that's right. Oh, okay, that's right. Never mind. Okay.
This problem entirely.
Yeah.
This event, all the dining hall chairs have the ability to recline.
How was I supposed to know this?
Set to that position.
Did they say this? Oh my god, they probably said this. I'm looking dumb as hell right now.
Ava, with her chair and recline, Ava can easily reach down and close the vent without shifting from her position. It's not perfectly inconspicuous, but it's subtle enough to not catch most people's attention. Well, am I wrong?
This isn't funny. Just because I was sitting in front of the vent doesn't mean I was the one who triggered the mechanism.
No one can sneak up behind you without drawing attention, especially when all the lights were still on. I'll show proof. Only you could obtain the items necessary for this murder.
What am I doing? Hello? How did Ava obtain the items for the murderer? Ava had Des's blackmail.
I got it. Ava, you were well aware of the existence of those items. For starters, everyone heard about Jet's battery. It was common knowledge due to his boasting.
Right.
Wait, so it's all my fault?
Oh, yes, sure, whatever.
Since the dorms aren't locked, you could have easily snuck in and grabbed the battery while no one was inside. The battery is lightweight too, so you wouldn't have trouble carrying it. For the rest of your plan, the syringe and drugs are both readily available in the pharmacy. And as for the taser, you may not have known about its existence right away, but you still had every incentive to search Desmond's room because you received his blackmail.
Eva? You knew my blackmail this whole time and
Hey,
never said anything?
So what?
Huh?
So what if I knew? I wasn't the only one. Damon knew your blackmail as well.
Oh, yeah. He read it out loud to everyone earlier, didn't he?
Did I?
Damon knew almost everything I did. He knew where the items used in this murder were stored. He knew the layout of the boiler room and the storage closets. He knew all sorts of things.
Yeah, but I was playing a game with Kai at the
The
time,
only
so...
thing you still don't know that we never saw eye to eye.
What you mean by that?
Eye to eye... on the not killing each other stuff?
Yeah, me too.
On Wolfgang.
Oh.
Eh?
Damon saw the way Wolfgang scolded me and treated me like a bad guy, and he thought I hated him the same way he did. But unlike Damon, I never wanted Wolfgang to die.
Oh.
What the?
Whoa! That's a loaded accusation.
Bro, who the fuck are you trying to accuse?
If you thought you saw the worst of Damon after the dummy trial, you underestimate just how low he can stoop. I practically risked my life pretending to be his ally. But in return, he let me see the extent of his deceitfulness, which is why I can tell everyone that Damon has Wolfgang's blackmail.
Okay.
Any reason you didn't tell us this earlier?
Damon, do you have your blackmail on you? Don't worry about reading it out loud or anything. Just show the image. That's all you gotta do.
I don't think I...
Fine. I'll show it. But only the picture. As requested.
Oh, y'all are gonna be so confused about this picture. With those words, I retrieve the envelope from my pocket. Oh, but you're gonna be so confused. And pull up the photo.
He's married?
Yeah.
Ingrid, Wolfgang doesn't have blue eyes.
So, who is this then? His parents?
I mean, why else would the guy look like him?
Given the year this photo was taken, these two people must be his parents. Look at what's printed at the bottom. April 17th, 2001. We know how old Wolfgang is because of the student reports. In 2001, he wasn't even born yet.
I'm still...
But why his parents?
I don't know.
Are they being held against their will?
No.
You can't leave us hanging, Damo! You gotta read out what it says!
That's not what was asked of me. And even if I had to, I don't think someone who can't explain himself should have his secrets revealed to everyone. For the record, I know what Wolfgang's blackmail says, but it didn't change my outlook on him. I don't think it's possible for anyone to hate someone like Wolfgang.
Well...
He was always brave in the face of sheer adversity, and encouraged everyone else to act
maybe a little
likewise.
hate, you know? Sorry.
Wolfgang challenged me to be a better person. Wolfgang challenged all of us to be better people. And maybe Ava simply couldn't rise to his challenge.
Bars. Anyways, kill him there.
Why would someone like me harm him? Me, who's been leading this trial much the same way he led the one before. I may have questioned the idea no one here would kill, but that doesn't make me someone who wants to see bloodshed.
He does! He does want bloodshed!
Ava, girl.
We have all the proof he's a cold-blooded killer. Wolfgang's blackmail, which he lied about having.
How does this incriminate?
But wasn't Damon playing? Nothing he says should be trusted.
Uh-huh.
Nothing he says about me or anything else.
Girl.
Damon isn't the killer, though. Why would he try to mislead anyone? Like, he and I were playing a game when the murder happened, and multiple people can vouch for us.
Not to mention, the things he's been saying make a lot of sense.
Truth has no personal alliance. That's why.
Okay.
Then, you all still think I'm the killer?
Yes.
Someone needs to be voted by the end of this.
Girl.
My ears!
You're worried. Oh, never mind.
How would I know? How would I know when to drop it?
Drop what?
The battery! Damon says the killer dropped the battery when Diana was already in the boiler room. But how would I know when Diana was in the boiler room? It's not as if I could listen out for her. The music speakers are too loud. And the dining hall has no clocks. So it'd be impossible for me to know if it was 8:45 a.m.
Maybe Ava asked Mark for the time.
No.
She never spoke to me.
We never spoke. I never even got up from my chair. Besides, how could I be sure Diana arrived on time anyway? If you can't explain how I knew when to drop the battery, then shut up and stop accusing me!
Oh, girl. Oh. Eva makes a decent point. How did she drop the battery in time? Did she just rely on chance? No, that doesn't seem likely. Her entire plan fails if the timing isn't right. Come on, think. If my years of debate have taught me anything, I need to look at this from another angle. If I just take it from the top, well, assuming Ava is the killer, how did Ava know when to drop the battery? Real bitch, I'm so bad at this. She saw Diana enter. I don't know.
The only way the killer would have known when to spring their trap was by seeing Diana enter the room. Any uncertainty would ruin the plan, and the dining hall was too loud to hear anything over.
So where did she watch Diana from? There are only two possible places. Oh god. Girl. The camera.
This is it.
What?!
It's impossible to see anything from the vent, which means the only way...
Wait. I was guessing. I didn't think that was the answer. I was just bullshitting. I'm gonna be real. Okay, you know what? Whatever.
Was by using the school cameras.
Okay.
I don't understand how, but Ava must have used the camera.
Are you kidding me? How the hell would I have access to the camera? camera.
Girl, I don't know. In order to actually see what was happening on the security cameras, what would Ava need access to? Naturally, it would have to be some sort of screen. When all other options are ruled out, I can only turn towards the one that still remains. The one thing we've yet to discuss? Ava, it's time to bring an end to what you started. For better or for worse, this one will be your final line. Oh, she's crazy. What the fuck is that? Oh, I can just hold down.
I just wanted to help.
No, the fuck you did not.
I just wanted to. There's no.
Oh god. Was a
You
bitch.
trusted me.
No.
This isn't fair.
What the fuck?
This isn't fair.
What?
It's about the camera.
Bitch. Okay, how the fuck am I supposed to do that? Oh my god, you bitch! Stop moving. I hate you. I hate you, Ava. Right in this very moment, I hate you. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Did I, in my past, can I be healed, please?
Why would I feel anyone?
Oh my, I'm not being healed. Oh my god, okay. Sure, whatever. Objection. Oh god, they're chasing me. I forgot I can slow things. Oh my god.
I didn't see
How do I slow? Okay. Okay, I'm doing much better now that I figured out.
Why won't you believe me?
Cause fuck you, that's why. Eat my dick! Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. That's what she said. She needs to say more.
How could I access the security camera?
It was.
Shut up! There's no proof I
Bitch! I was on my. No, my.
How could I access the
It
security
was
camera?
personal game console. Thank God. Oh my God. Thank everything. It's over. It's done. Jesus Christ.
Don't kill me!
Thank fucking God. Oh my
What
Lord.
you said was true, Ava.
Shit.
Whether or not the trap works depends on if the killer can see inside the boiler room.
Yeah.
Ava assumes I'm taking only one factor into account. Her position at the time
That's
of
oh
Wolfgang's
well.
murder.
Yeah, fuck. I
Little
don't.
did she know that in ruling out that factor, she's led me straight to another. A certain item which could have granted her the ability to see inside the boiler room. An item that, like the chemical smell, only makes sense when all other options have been ruled out.
The game console she brought with her to the tournament.
Ava had a game console?
Yeah.
She wanted to get in the spirit of the tournament without being directly involved. Or so she claimed. But when every other option has been ruled
Okay, I'm back.
out,
Welcome back.
what else can
13.
we look to but the one that's yet to be addressed? If I'm wrong, Ava should be able to prove her innocence.
Yeah.
Go on, Ava. Show us the console.
Huh?
I don't think she has the console on her, dude.
She has to. She never had an opportunity to slink away and dispose of it.
What about the blackout?
When the blackout first hit, people were disorientated for about a minute at most. Ava likely spent those 60 seconds undoing the cord and moving the chair. Between then and now, she's never been alone. The only exception was when she and I split up to investigate the dining hall and the dorms respectively. However, the laundry room, dining room, and courtyard all had people in them. So I doubt she hid the console in any of those rooms.
And the janitor closet? That room has been locked for days now.
Yeah,
She
we ain't
obviously
getting
couldn't
at
hide
this
the console
forever, so.
Which means it must still be on her person. If I'm wrong about the console, you can take it out right now and show everyone its contents.
What are you waiting for? Quit hiding the stupid thing and show it!
Soybean. Sorry.
You're just trying to make me look bad. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just jealous of me.
Oh, am I ever?
Why not just pull out the console?
Yes! Show us the console and then you'll be done with this!
No!
Oh.
I don't have to show anyone anything.
That's the most suspicious thing you could say.
It's not suspicious. I'm telling the truth.
I don't believe you, actually.
Why go through the effort of mentioning Wolfgang's blackmail if you won't reveal this?
Now that I think back on it, Ava had been staring at her console the entire tournament.
Well, where did she obtain this console? We should discuss those details before continuing any more with these accusations.
Oh my God.
She said she won it from Tozu's gachapon.
Oh.
Ava, you're the only one we can vote for.
Bitch. Sorry.
Twisted logic. You're going to vote for me without being completely sure I'm even guilty?
There's no need to be completely sure. If no one else can be suspected.
So sure, Banana.
I'll go through the case one last time. And once all the pieces are laid out for everyone to see, I'll prove she's the killer. Once and for all.
Sorry, that was unneeded. Okay. What am I? Shit! What occurred at the... Oh, this then. Oh, my bad. Oh, shit. How was the battery... Oh, that was done with me. Oh my god. What did Wolfgang and Regina's receive? Letters from the killer. What did the killer use to drug Wolfgang? A syringe. Whoa. What did the killer steal from just... A car battery! Whoa. This one. Okay. Look at me, I'm so smart. What did the killer leave on the boiler floor? A taser! The killer. Wolfgang. Or in the boiler from last, Diana. Diana, I'm so sorry for suspecting you this whole time. I'm so sorry, girl. My bad. Honestly. That's my fault. Shit. My god. Ooh. Oh, my husband.
This case was directly incited by the motive Tozu introduced, in which everyone here received another person's blackmail. Amidst the chaos that spawned, the killer saw an opportunity to commit a murder.
Moida.
They sent letters to
Why is his button off? What?
Wolfgang Akide, who they planned to kill, and Diana Venecia.
Venecia. I've been saying Venecia. Venecia. Okay. My bad, girl.
Wolfgang and Diana were asked to meet in the boiler room in 2 days' time. Wolfgang's letter told him to arrive at 8:15 a.m.
Yeah.
While Diana's told her to arrive at 8:45 a.m.
The messages threatened to expose our blackmail, so we had no choice but to follow their instructions.
At this point, the killer probably knew the way they were going to kill Wolfgang. Hence, how they reacted to this next piece of information. The following morning, it was revealed that Cassidy and Jet were going to hold a game tournament.
The point was for people to spend time together and not think murdery thoughts. But little did we know, a would-be killer was lurking nearby. And how? The killer emboldened their own plans and made it so the tournament would happen at 9 a.m.
You're like
Did you
crazy.
disagree with yourself?
Oh my god. Yeah, she did, unfortunately. Anyways,
Both Wolfgang and Diana turned down the offer, which must have been music to the killer's ears, since it confirmed their plan was working. The killer took this as a sign to commence the next phase of their plan.
Yay! Okay, cool.
Later that evening, they went downstairs to the boiler room, began preparing the murder weapon.
Though it might be more accurate to call it a murder mechanism. The killer wrapped an extension cord as tightly as they could around a car battery, which had been stolen from Jet's room.
Fuck you, Jet. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Jet didn't deserve that.
Imagine the battery must have been sitting on top of the generator. Wouldn't want to risk an explosion by bringing lithium too close to the water.
The killer avoided opening the boiler room vent for this segment, probably because they knew I'd remember it being closed originally.
A crucial part of the killer's plan would involve sliding the cord through the boiler room vent and out the other end into the dining hall, so they could then walk upstairs to the dining hall and tie the protruding part of the cord to the dining hall vent.
Funnily enough, the killer was going to be needed in the dining hall very shortly.
Yeah, to help Cass and me rearrange the dining hall's furniture. We were saving the whole thing for next morning, but they convinced us to do it that night instead.
Their intentions were threefold. Create an alibi, hide the vent with a piece of furniture, and then open the vent in secret. After which, they'd return to the boiler room and suspend the battery over the generator.
Which brings us to today.
Wow, look at that knife. Don't worry about Toshiko.
Downstairs without
Sorry to you, Toshiko, too, because I very much did think afterwards it was her, but you know.
Toshiko didn't notice a knife on him when the two met in the hallway, so he must have hidden it in his blazer.
Wolfgang arrived inside the boiler room at 8:15 a.m. Exactly like his letter requested.
She's jumping?
As he was waiting, the killer snuck up behind him.
No, she's not jumping. I was like, damn. If she was jumping, I would be like, shit, what the fuck?
With that steel rolling pin and crumpled like paper.
A syringe was then used to inject Wolfgang with a sleeping drug, ensuring he would remain in the boiler room until Diana arrived.
The killer might have, left the taser on the floor around this time.
Yeah, the taser they swiped
Hey,
from
King.
the dorm. They must have decided to raid the place after receiving my blackmail. If I'd heard about the taser sooner, I could have gotten rid of it. As well as whatever else my blackmail supposedly mentions.
Whatever,
Save the
maybe.
answer for later, will you?
Okay, well, no. Okay, shit. I'm like, hi, Mike.
Anyway, back on topic. Wolfgang was left to lie in the partially flooded area of the boiler room, while the killer ran upstairs to help set up Mark's music equipment.
They didn't care about the equipment. They just wanted to put a speaker next to the vent, because it would drown out the fight which was gonna happen later.
Don't forget the digital clock! They
Alright.
wanted to get there before that became available. Don't need people knowing what time you actually arrive.
My letter said to meet at 8:45 a.m. So that's when I got to the boiler room. I made
Now
sure
boil
to
some
close the door
chicken.
behind
I'm
me,
sorry.
just as the message told me to.
Bad idea. Killer flipped the doorknob so that the lock was on the outside instead of the inside. You locked yourself in.
She looks
The
fucked
room
up
was
now.
really dark too. I didn't even see the suspended battery. Only the blinking security camera. And then, Wolfgang.
Hey,
He got on
Wolfgang.
his feet all of a sudden. And he started crying and saying these weird things. I tried to keep him calm and asked him to come over to me, which he actually did. But the very next second, he attacked me with his knife.
The drugs probably gave him a frightening hallucination, and he perceived you as a threat.
He was screaming at me, and I was screaming back. No one from the tournament could hear us over the music. At one point, I even picked up the taser, but then I threw it back down again.
And that's when the killer decided it was time. Having set their chair to recline, they were able to casually reach down and close the vent behind them. This lowered the extension, causing the car battery to enter the water and discharge a huge amount of electricity.
Oh. That scared me for no reason. Oh my god. That was so loud, Jesus Christ. What was the reason for that?
Wolfgang, who was still standing in the water, was electrocuted instantly. The battery itself exploded upon reacting with the water, which the killer was likely banking on as a way to destroy evidence. All of this happened right under my nose. No one could have guessed that someone present at the tournament was committing murder.
The explosion also damaged the generator and caused the blackout. Everyone ended up stumbling around in the dark.
Not for long, though. We quickly came back to our senses and agreed to look for a backup generator on the underground floor.
I used a hairpin to unlock the boiler room door and ran outside, but you guys had already made it downstairs.
Sean is so fine.
When
Who
you
said
say
that?
You ducked around a corner and out of sight. Only after everyone went inside the closets did you then dash upstairs.
Oh?
It's a good thing she did. Otherwise, we'd have found her alone in her room with Wolfgang's dead body. We would have wrongly assumed Diana was the killer, and died as a result.
Yeah.
This complicated scheme calls to mind only one person. One person who just so happened
Why is she
to
posed
sit
like
in a
that?
certain sofa chair.
Oh god.
That person is you, Ava Sunaka.
Little bitch? Sorry.
Ava, we know the truth.
Mhm.
This isn't fair.
Oh, it's not. Finally! Oh my god! That class trip was 4 hours. They could have like broken it up in like 2 parts or something. Well, damn, yeah.
My blood is rushing.
Wonderful, brilliant, spectacular. You have seen beyond the foul lies of the scorned mathematician and delivered the honorable truth and with wit and aplomb. What the fuck's aplomb?
Well done.
This is worthy of praise. Allow me to reward your success with.
This isn't funny.
Can you shut up? Without Tozu's mad ramblings, the trial room had gone completely silent. Everyone was either staring at the floor or sneaking nervous glances at each other. You found out who done it, so now you wish to know why done it.
Such a spoiled
Very well.
sport.
Every murder mystery needs a motive, and I would be loath to break tradition at this stage. Ava, why did you do this? Come on, speak up. You have nothing to lose now. It was Tozu. I don't know why his name was. It was Tozu. Huh? Tozu made me do it. What? Why does it say Damon for everyone? It's kind of dry. You've been working with Tozu this entire time. Me and her? Oh, please. If her plan was to secretly infiltrate the killing game, she wouldn't have given herself such an attention-grabbing ultimate title.
Rubbish.
I mean, seriously, ultimate liar. Talk about one on the nose. Shut up! You let her get away with breaking the rules. That's proof enough you're in cahoots.
Holy!
Ava broke the rules? Yeah, when she blew up school fucking property. Why the fuck was I punished for checking a rock at a camera, but Ava wasn't punished for destroying a fucking generator? Is Ava the exception that Will was talking about? Okay, yeah. Everyone take a look at this second roll. 2 students are not allowed to vandalize. Two. Oh my god, it's numbering. Students are not allowed to vandalize any official game property, such as the cameras and the Tozu trinkets. Exceptions may apply. Do you see? Look, it says his name now. Do you see how it says exceptions may apply at the end? Since Ava wasn't punished for breaking the generator, could that mean she counts as an exception? It's probably because Ava destroyed the generator while committing a murder. Have you seen Ava has special privileges? I think it's more like her method of murder was what destroyed the generator. Meaning, the generator is technically tied to Wolfgang's death. Yeah, which is why Ava was excused for breaking it.
Slow down. I see.
In different words. I see. Ava believed she would count as an exception to the rule. Which is why she didn't take any steps to avoid destroying the generator. What? She risked getting shot in the head over something she just assumed? No, without confidently Ava executed the murder, she must have known for sure she wouldn't be penalized. Did you ever share that information with her?
Me?
A desperate killer is much like a hungry seagull ready depends upon the slightest crumb of substance. The merest implication of her loophole guides their senses, and they, as desperate people always do, will shred their dignity in pursuit of confirmation. So, to answer your question, yes, Ava approached me with the same questions your friends are asking now. And yes, I confirmed her suspicions were true. Then, why did Ava say you made her kill Wolfgang? I suppose you could say, Ava and I made a deal. A deal? What kind of deal? A deal to begin the killing game. In exchange for agreeing to perform the first kill, she would receive a special perk. The traitor perk. Holy. What do you mean, traitor perk? Is it the tablet Ava has? I mean, she refused to show it to us when we asked. For a student to be eligible for a perk, they must first earn it.
That was very...
What do you mean by earn it? Do you recall that little tidbit I shared with you about the pharmacy? You know, the one about a little secret lurking inside. That secret? Were you referring to the traitor perk? Indeed I was. When I said a very interesting secret was lurking inside, I meant that quite literally. The only thing separating you from the perk was a few inches of stainless steel and a pin pad. How did Ava figure out the password to the pin pad, though? Did she enter a bunch of random numbers until it like, finally worked? Unless Ava encountered unbelievable luck, the chances of her guessing that call in only a few days is extremely unlikely. It's to do with the poster, isn't it? The mysterious poster in the pharmacy. Indeed incorrect! Yes, hidden inside one of the pharmacy rooms is a poster which reveals the code to the pin pad. How can that poster reveal the code, though? The fucking number! Oh my god, it's right there. It's 13. I can't tell what number that is. And that is where you fell short of your mathematically gifted peer. With her keen eyesight and quick thinking, she saw the poster photo really was an equation! Every detail is deceitful. Those exclamations of grandeur may be in fact hints towards something's nature, and that large star is chanting for a quarter plane. What the Bitch! Oh my god, okay. Well, not that it matters anymore. The passcode to that precious pinpad is, after all, being changed as we speak. And I kinda wanna know, to be honest. Ava, you told me you couldn't understand the poster.
Long face.
Of course you did. That equation is the key to the traitor perk. Handing it over would mean sending the perk over. The heck even is the perk? You still haven't explained that yet. You see, this trader perk allows the owner to access the school security cameras using a tablet. A tablet, of course, being on Ava's person right now. I thought it was weird Ava would show us the tablet, but I didn't think it was actually wired to the school cameras. Ava, how could you negotiate with your kidnapper? Why would you have any reason to trust him? I had no choice. I had to take his deal and give myself a chance to escape, or I would die here with the rest of you. If you hadn't murdered one of the only people who could have handled this situation, we might have made progress on escaping. Even if I didn't kill, someone else would have eventually. And if they were in my position right now, they wouldn't even admit to what they've done. We had food, we had shelter. All we had left to do was wait for our eventual rescue from this place. Because of Wolfgang, I was isolated from everyone else. He turned me into an easy target for murder. And if I was murdered, would the rest of you even bother to find out who killed me? There's no way you would. There's no way anyone would. You're all the worst. I hope you're all rot here. Okay, girl. Even if we get some rough spots, some of us still try to get along with you. During the gaming tournament, I was fine with you joining. You think a few games were enough to forgive everything you did to me? None of you actually cared about me. None of you. Damn, girl. It really is the same in here as it is out there. I'm always the one that people hated. I didn't choose this time. Who the fuck is that bitch on the left? Wait a minute. Is that a cat? Oh, I thought there was a cat girl over there. No, that's... never mind. Everything else around me resented me, hated me, because they wanted the love I received. Even if I wanted to return to normality, it would be impossible. I'm stuck with the talent for life. And now, when I try to become something more than a sad joke, I get hit with the realization that all my efforts were for nothing. I never could have be anyone else. I'll never get what I deserve. Ava, I care about you. I'm a lesbian, you know that? I don't know. Ava, why did you frame me? I cared for you and stood up for you whenever I could. Say that. I wanted to be your roommate. I wanted to help you. It didn't mean anything. You still agree with everything Wolfgang said. No matter what he did to me, you kept on supporting him. Is that why you tried to frame me for this murder? Yeah, and you deserved it. Why did you have to kill Wolfgang in front of her? That's so cruel. She obviously knew what she was doing. Both the cause and time of death were mentioned in the mock trial case. So it stands to reason they would be mentioned here too. When Eva realized that, she tried to leverage it against us. I'm sure receiving that little camera perk made it all too easy to attend the murder. So Ava's a privileged little asshole who thinks her life sucks. Who cares? You took Wolfgang's life. You only think you deserve is some fucking comeuppance. I couldn't say that for a second. I doubt she's actually telling the truth. Murdering someone because they lied about their inoffensive talents. Even she must know how ridiculously that sounds. If Ava didn't want to kill Wolfgang because she was... Shit, I said it wrong. If Ava didn't kill Wolfgang because she was scared, then why did she kill him? Why else but to skip the killing game? She thought she was smarter and better than all of us. That's why she thought she could win the class trial. In that case, do you reckon Ava killed Wolfgang because of his abilities as a lawyer? She herself admitted she would have suspected her if she was there. Clearly, Wolfgang was the best person to kill if she wanted to escape. It doesn't matter. Even if no one targeted me, I still would have died first. How so? Because of the perk. Tozu told me that if I didn't use the perk to murder someone as soon as possible, I was going to die. Is it true, Tozu? Guilty as charged. Tozu never told me the number of days I had left, just that I needed to kill soon. If I didn't kill soon, I'd die. I had to do something. You can't blame me for that. If you were in my shoes, you would have all done the same.
Worthless.
It's your own fault. You were only in that situation because you took the perk. Tozu targeted me with the math puzzle. He offered me the perk when I was at my lowest point. If you guys wouldn't approach the way I was and offered a chance to go home, my bad, you would have taken the perk too. You're just a bunch of hypocrites. You just want to make me look like a villain so you feel less bad about killing me. Enough already. I'm sick of talking to the scumbag. Get on the fucking execution, will you? Alright, alright. This soap opera is entertaining, but I realize it's time to change the channel. Wait, don't tell me you're actually going to...
Holy...
All of a sudden, the elevator behind us began to turn alive. The whir of machinery could be heard from the other side of the doors, raw and loud and rhythmic, like a mechanical symphony. Do you know about your eyes, ladies and gentlemen? I hear a lot of what you went into this. No, I don't. But what's going on? This isn't happening. This isn't happening. To the victor go the spoils. Hail the honorable dead, avenged at last. I don't deserve this. Even if you hate me, I don't deserve this. My charitable justice inspire fear and humility within these wretched souls.
Don't kill me!
This isn't fair. I don't deserve to die. I deserve to live. I deserve to live. And still, the hearts and minds of all those bearing witness. Ready, everyone? Let the show begin.
I want to live. I deserve to live. I'm going to live.
Oh, girl.
I'm going to live!
I don't think you are, girly pop. Oh, no. And now we I don't know. And now we present the execution of Ava Suna. Oh, she's running. Enjoy the show. Okay, thanks, bestie. Bye, Tozu. Well. Oh. Oh. What's happening? Damn, she is holding up for dear life. Well, I don't think we're gonna live, girl. Fiery furnace of affliction. Okay. What the fuck does that mean? Where are we? Hello? God? Oh. You just not gonna try and run, girl, or you're just gonna stand there? Okay. I'm just gonna sit there waiting. Oh my god, they're moving. That's kind of fucked up. What the hell's wrong with you? What the fuck? This bitch got them running stairs. I feel like you could just walk. Okay, no. I feel like you can just move on like the side of it, because that doesn't look like it's moving, Ava. Oh, ooh. Oh my, oh. Uh-oh. Ugh. I don't think we're gonna live, Ava. I just noticed her snails. Oh, it's the fucking... It's the corpse. I forgot about her. I was like, who the fuck is that? Why are you reaching for the... You know it's a dummy. Why are you reaching for its hand? That's crazy. Oh, well, bye, Ava. Ooh. Ew. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna voice that. My entire body had seized up. I couldn't even move a single limb. Couldn't say a single word. My voice was hurting, goddamn. All I could do was stand and stare. My mind at a complete and total loss.
No way.
So that's what punishment entails?
This lovely...
Goodness, talk about a heated moment. I've put up quite a fight. For a second, that she almost had me believing we'd underestimated her. How could you do this? Forcing these innocent people to kill each other. Terrible. So judgmental. Let me remind you that this is a student-on-student warfare. Just shut up already. You just needed a friend. I could have been the friend you needed. Oh, you weren't, Diane.
You like this?
No one else is gonna die here. We're all gonna be okay. Come on, repeat it after me. I'm here and I'm okay. I'm here and I'm okay. No, you ain't, girl. I'm here and I'm okay. This was my reality. The fear of death had already been heavy on my shoulders, ever since the killing game was announced. But now, it had completely enveloped me. I can't do it. I can't lie to myself again. Again?
It's all my fault.
I'm not okay. I'm never going to be okay. I could have changed things. I could have saved her. And him, Wolfgang. If I just dragged him out of the water, I could have saved him. Why didn't I save him? Because he was about to stab you, Diana. Maybe that's why. Did he really bring a knife for self-defense? Usually a comment like that would have gotten a rise out of Grace, but she stayed completely silent. I can't let it end. Wolfgang's kindness, I can't let anyone forget it.
It is how it is.
That goes without saying. I'm sure everyone will remember what Wolfgang did for us. I've never thought of the lengths my talent can go. The ability to change others' appearances, to be the best person of themselves. It's always been someone who sits in front of the mirror. I've never really put myself in that place. If I can't save Wolfgang, then at the very least, maybe I can live for him. I can fulfill the life he wasn't able to live. Huh? Oh. Rah.
Like a chameleon, I will adapt.
A chameleon, that's what you, chameleon, that's what you wanted to pick, okay.
I'll follow in Wolfgang's footsteps and continue what he wasn't able to accomplish. I'll become something new.
Tears were running down Diana's face, but her expression, somehow, she looked determined. And traumatized, but you know, I couldn't understand it. Despite everything she's been through, here she was making some silly vow about continuing Wolfgang's legacy. I feel like she's a hero from a storybook. She's gonna get murdered next watch. Has this girl lost her mind? Wolfgang and Ava, neither of them deserve this. I won't let what happened to them happen to anyone else here. For both their sakes, I'll save everyone from the killer game. Take this seriously, will you?
Get anywhere.
It seems your peers aren't much in the mood for heroic monologues.
Moving on.
Anyhow, it's been a long day. The crime scene has already been cleaned up. Unless you have any further questions for me, you're all free to return to your dorms. So, any further questions?
Get lost.
Get lost.
Great.
No worry, I've heard that one before. In all seriousness, I'll take that as a no.
Good evening.
Until next time, everyone. Just like last time, Tozu walked over to the throne.
Isn't this lovely?
By the way, you're safe to ride the elevator back up. We've set it back to its default mode. Which you've glimpsed before was simply its punishment mode. On that ominous note, he was lowered underground. It's about time we draw this day to a close. Good idea. People silently made their way to the elevator, horror and despair etched on their faces. It was clear, today's events would not be easily forgotten. And then there was me. Everything I'd been ruminating over, the devastating images which had been plaguing my mind, Wolfgang's murder, the trial, Ava dying right in front of me, swallowed by a pit of fire. It all been retreated to the corners of my mind. The only thing I could focus on now were those 5 words. I'll follow in Wolfgang's footsteps. Hearing those words come from Diana, after everything that's happened, seeing her raise her chin and act so tall and proud just like Wolfgang once did, it pissed me off. Oh, okay. Great, Damon. Alright. Beneath the veil of hypocrisy. Oh, I thought... Hey. Yeah, that's to be continued. The question is, when the fuck does the second chapter come out? Because it's not out, so okay. Wow. I thought we were gonna get like an epilogue or something. I guess not. Yes, so like... I'll say that. After 5 hours, is that chapter 1 done? Yes! I would assume so. Yeah, it is. Well, that solved Project Eden's Garden. So far at least. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So chapter 2 went. I have no idea. I have zero clue. I've been streaming for 5 hours. My voice hurts. I'm tired. I'm not really tired, but my voice just really hurts. But I think thoughts so far. Let me get my thoughts first. Thoughts. It's very, that fucking execution was jarring to look at. If I'm gonna be so real, I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable. Oh, it was something. Drink while you die. I will after. And yeah. I'm interested. Again, I want to apologize to Toshiko and Diana for kissing them. I was all hell-bent on Diana. My bad, girl. Hey. Sorry. My bad. Anyway.